Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Swords, and Bill Busch on Early Break. Hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend, a soggy weekend at that. We discussed before the show that this was maybe not most people's dream for a weekend, but for Bill Busch, it could have been extremely great weekend for him with the weather that we had out there, which was not much sun, a lot of rain, not very warm, but you're a happy man because of this, Bill.
It was the best 3-day weekend I've ever had in my life.
Come on. A weekend like that? I'm trying to think. Pretty much.
So
It pretty much was.
I don't know what it was like down here in Lincoln. We were up north on Sunday. Was nice. It wasn't really warm, but it was sunny all day.
Northern Nebraska.
It was okay Sunday.
Yeah. It was sunny most of the day, and then it came back again.
It did.
Oh.
It returned.
I drove yesterday all the way from basically South Dakota to here, and it was probably a 3.5-hour drive at least, and it rained the entire time. And that was awesome.
Were you smiling?
I was smiling, and also it was very miserable out. It was cold.
50s.
Yes.
It was bad.
Yes, it was. I don't know if I've ever been that happy.
It wasn't bad for me. I had to work. So I was like, why do I give a crap?
Yeah.
Why do I give a crap?
Yeah. Why?
Right. It was raining. And I had to work. I had to write. So Jake made a strange text about depression, but it wasn't.
Well, you asked. No,
the strangest thing said was write a caption.
Yeah.
That was. I've never been. First of all, I thought if I go. Hang on here. Who has Sipple's phone? Right away, I go. He's in Manawa.
No,
or he's had a
Hartley school.
You've had a head injury.
We had a picture.
You had a head injury. I text Heyman immediately. I said, I think Steve is
hurt
concussed.
Right.
He's concussed.
You guys did a great job.
Yeah. You sent a picture of us out of nowhere of a soccer goal, a ball in a goal, and you said, write a caption. Now, go.
Yeah, now, go.
I didn't say
And so, I was depressed because the weather was, I was opposite of Bill. I was depressed by the fact it rained all day.
You
And
guys
so
did good on this.
I had a little
was
depression.
shocked. I was shocked.
Do you have the answers, what we said? Okay.
So, I didn't do this to take it on the air. I just thought.
Well, it is now.
I mean, it goes with the weather discussion.
The chat.
It's idle chit chat. It goes with the weather in that it was rainy. I was waiting to take Bullet out all day. I'd look out and say, Bullet, not quite yet. Just hold on. And then it broke around, I'm going to say dinner time. And we went to the park. I just said, all right, let's go. And then a bunch of people came too. So there's people all over just watching for the rain to break. Anyway, there was a ball there because there's always people playing soccer, but me and Bullet made it first. So I took a picture of the red, white, and blue soccer ball.
Yes, you did.
In the goal at Hartley and said, write a caption. I didn't think it was a big deal. You guys did good, though. I was shocked by how well you did.
What were the answers?
Jake's was, now you probably finished second in this, but it's okay.
That's fine.
Yours
I don't write the headlines.
I wasn't making it a contest either.
It was not a contest.
No, it was just write a caption.
Yeah.
When you're caught in a lull, go score a goal.
I thought it was great.
I
Pretty
said
good.
it right away.
Say it again.
When you're caught in a lull, go score a goal.
Now, what was the second part of that, though?
Overcoming depression is our theme today. But that was the odd part.
Yeah, that was the odd part.
Depressed from the
There's
rain.
a ball and a goal, so that was good. It's on. It's, you can see. Can you guys see the regal turf?
Yes, it looks great.
I mean, it looks like Alabama could play there. Okay, then Bill's was really funny. I was shocked. His caption was, when playing trespassing soccer, you don't need a locker. I mean, it's not trespassing. The gate's open.
The phrase trespassing soccer is just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Oh, by the way, I have a weird indentation in my. Oh, I can feel it right now.
Okay.
I would have you feel it, but it's on my thigh.
Feel my thigh.
But I have.
Did you kick it too hard?
No.
Yeah.
From the last time, I
Hmm.
just discovered it the other day. I have a strange indentation in my thigh muscle. Like I really messed it up.
Yeah.
Like if you felt there's an indentation here, not here. Like I did something very
That's
odd.
when you were kicking with the boots? Is that
I
right?
was kicking with those big boots.
You went down. You had a quad injury.
I had a weird quad injury. Yeah, and it's weird. I'm permanently deformed now. Doesn't hurt. I just noticed the other day in the mirror. I'm like, what's that bump? And lo and behold. But anyway, that was it. That was idle chit chat for me. We had a good time at the park yesterday.
pretty much,
AKA the school.
I'm going to say that pretty
Park.
much.
I call it a park.
You can't call a school ground a park.
Can I say call it this?
It's a playground.
It's a playground.
School ground.
Yeah, it's a playground. Good point.
I still think it's trespassing.
I think it is too.
I'm pretty sure it is.
They've just accepted it at this point.
They opened the gate. There's a lot of people that go there. It's not just me. There were people there all day yesterday. I mean, starting, I'd say at 10 o'clock, and then the rain came and it subsided. But once that rain ended, here they come.
How often is the gate open though?
Well,
versus you just like hopping the fence to get in there.
During the school, no, you don't hop the fence. It's real high. During the school year, they close it. During the school year, they close it right when the school is closed, like when kids go home.
If I'd see you out there during recess, that would be incredible. If I'd see you out there during
Who's
recess,
that over there kicking the ball?
hey, old man, playing goalie, that would be incredible.
That's not what you'll see though. On the weekends,
or just seeing you just like Spider-Man scaling the fence on a Tuesday night,
Sip again.
trying to throw a bullet over the fence to get bullet in.
The gate's open, so I don't think it's trespassing. It's for public use. It's a public.
You probably have a case there. If the gate is open, you probably have a case.
Probably a
court.
case.
But still, it's questionable. It's questionable.
We should address Jake's Chick-fil-A get up.
Yes. What is that?
Good friend of the show, Charlie Cologne. I went to Chick-fil-A for lunch randomly
What a
on
name,
Thursday.
too.
Charlie
Charlie
Cologne.
Cologne.
And he gave you a quarter zip?
He's like, "Hey, what size are you?" I said, "I'm looking large." He's like, "I guess up in the back for you." So he gave me this pullover that's playoff quarterfinals on it, and the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl on the side. Just had an extra one for the hell of it.
You win.
How about that?
I went in for. I bought my lunch, and I talked to Charlie. I haven't seen him for a while, and he said, "Hey, what
Hey,
size?"
do you have any free stuff?
I didn't say that. He
Nice
said he had a
swag.
question for me. I said, I'm a size large. All right, hang on. I'll be right back.
That should be a new lead question for every place we walk into. Excuse me. Do you have any free stuff? Anything I could get? Do you have any clothing? Every place you
In the
go
back.
in the back,
Politely.
Hey, could you guys go in the back there at the McDonald's? Do you guys have? Is there a hat? You never know what can happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is stuff. Jake found out that there is at
There's
Chick-fil-A.
That's the only story. That's the only backstory here is Charlie was very generous. That's all I
you're
got
just-
for that.
Was it kind of a business call? Like this?
No, I went in for lunch. Charlie is never there when I'm there, and he was randomly there. So we chatted for like a half hour, just talked about life. Caught up.
You and
Not
Charlie.
business talk. Just life talk.
I don't chit chat's really interesting.
Charlie does a lot of speaking around town. I'll
Charlie
say
is a
that.
busy
Yeah,
guy.
he's very much. He's very wanted by the business community to come talk to, whether it be students,
Yep.
whether it be. I mean, he's like the lead guy. If it's like
if he's
wanna-
not lead, he's up there.
you
Yeah.
want to get on with your life,
I do.
first thing you say is
Yeah.
talk to Charlie.
Just to Charlie
That's the
Cologne.
first thing I'd say.
Charlie Cologne.
First thing
Yeah.
I'd say, I get to Chick-fil-A immediately and talk to Charlie.
What's his title?
He's the franchisee there.
Yeah. So
He's the boss, the man in charge.
Charlie Cologne. He's also a former Nebraska catcher during
Yes.
our. Do you remember that at all?
I do remember.
You're
it.
old enough.
Just because the name struck with me.
It was John Sanders.
Yes. Buck Belzer.
I think he worked with
It was Buck
Phil
Belzer.
Rulman at Gallup as well.
No, I
Didn't
didn't
work directly with him, but did work at Gallup.
Phil Rulman, great review from Trix.
Yeah.
Trix went with their family, met Phil,
Met Phil.
requested to meet Phil.
And
And
Phil
then,
come to the table.
yes,
Of course,
and
he did.
stayed at the table. Not the
So over welcome. Ate his whole meal there.
but thank you, Phil.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Trix
Phil-
had chicken and pasta. And that was about it. There's a bunch of people there.
Phil's
It was a great experience though. Phil did a great job.
Phil texted me last night about sold out in 2 days.
It's sold out.
Sold out.
It's sold out.
July is.
Wait
hot.
a second. Are you
Yeah.
serious
Hang on
right
a
now?
second. Hang
Yeah.
on a second,
Yeah.
Bill. You can't tell me that
Yeah,
have this
that's-
prepared. Hang on.
Yeah, that's borderline. Yeah. Presented as news, please.
Please present what you just did, Bill, in breaking news fashion.
Well, there's an event going on that Phil has organized with the Breakers, and the Stool will be there for an event, an incredible meal, drink tickets,
June 25th.
yes, dessert. Will be there, and then will be a show by the Stool, and he just put it up for 72 only. That's it. It's a private event, and it's sold out in 2 days.
Oh,
Sold out
I didn't
in 2
know
days.
this.
I'm
And
overwhelmed.
they're halfway booked through. The July one is halfway
All right,
booked.
we got to get the July one booked up, right?
Well, it hasn't even happened yet. The first one hasn't even happened
Yeah,
yet.
I always
so-
get ahead
yeah,
of it.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, so Phil
On
says
July.
it's been an incredible following. He said of people coming in, and now he had to turn some people away and had to.
Well, he said 72 is going to be uncomfortable for people.
That's what he said, and it got uncomfortable. Phil said they had to move into the July slot or August slot, but he has a spreadsheet, obviously he used the Gallup spreadsheet to have this all written down.
He does.
That's got to be an incredible spreadsheet. It has to be.
Thank you for checking on it.
Yeah, checked in on that.
I appreciate it.
Phil Ruhlman.
What we need is like a card that has all the information that I can give it to people when they ask. Sometimes
Well, not for June. That one's packed. It was full. July, we'll give you
July 20.
get you a card for July. I think
Yeah.
July 30th. I think.
Just
is the
need
date.
the date and the phone number so I can always,
I can make that for you.
Okay.
I'll make that
Yes.
for you.
just so you can whip.
Bill, there's a question on the text line regarding the drought.
Drought's over.
Drought's over. Okay.
Yeah,
Would you
drought's
say it's over?
Well, the one thing that's happened is a couple things. Just get into ag, if I could.
Yeah.
I wish
please.
you would.
Is that it's not been an overwhelming number of amount of rain,
Mhm.
but I can't imagine farmers being happier than a 4-day soak fest of just slow, no runoff, just everything.
100.
So I think everything is just we hit a happy spot here.
Did we? Well, we did for you.
Yes, we did. Also, I wanna
Gray
say-
and gloomy.
I want
Happy.
to bring this up to
kidding.
the Nebraska, to the farmers and to the people, to try to get out if you can, get outside of town and drive to Wahoo, drive someplace, get out for a good, decent drive. There's about a 4-day window of beauty that you only catch this time of year.
Okay, what is that?
And the 4-day window of beauty is this. The corn is about 2 inches to 2.5 inches high. So when you're driving, you see the green, then you see the brown of the soil. And it's an incredible, and you
Whoa.
see the turn,
It is
and-
Walt Whitman.
and
sitting
you
next
and you see it is a window of time you only get for five days.
you see the what? You see the green and the brown.
The green and the brown. So you have the soil you can see, and then
Oh.
you see the rows perfectly. Once this grows up about another 2 or 3 inches, then everything covers up right now. Then you don't see the soil anymore. You can still see there's rows there,
Mhm.
but you don't see the soil.
What would
So
What's the 5-day stretch? Is that right now?
right now we're
right
in
now.
it. We're in
This
it
is the
right now.
5-day stretch is now.
I was amazed
drive
driving
to Fremont?
when I was driving home.
Get on 56. Go.
right
No.
now.
When I was
56.
driving home yesterday, I was just in amazement of how beautiful it looked. It's a slight drizzle. The ground it was so dark,
Mhm.
and then the green popping up, which was just radiant green.
You are a poet. Now hold on. So you would suggest today maybe jumping in the car, the Cord or the truck,
Yeah.
and driving to Fremont.
Fremont would be a great drive.
This is rest.
Beatrice
Rest.
would be a great drive. Now we'll say this.
Okay, Beatrice.
Look at the fields.
Yeah, look at the
could go to
fields.
Beatrice too.
You could do that.
or what's the town you guys always talk about on the way there?
Cortland.
Cortland. Yes,
Pickerel, Cortland, Princeton.
Let's drive that way.
Yeah. You'll like it. It's a little bit more developed south than it is north. But I saw hundreds of fields and it looked incredible.
I don't know what to say about you sometimes. You're like a poet.
He's very observant when he's driving. Very.
Poetry.
I also drove for like an hour and a half with nothing on. Just
Nothing
complete-
on. You're naked.
Just good.
Too much information.
Too much.
Naked and
Why would you
and
come to the air with
silent.
that? No radio is what I meant. No audio sound. Clothing was
the sound of the road.
just the sound of the
Just
road.
drive
and,
around naked?
and the wipers just windshield wipers.
Do you like why? You have serious.
I think that's an Eddie Rabbit song, isn't it? Windshield wipers.
Slapping out a
Around the
tempo,
tempo.
keeping
Yeah.
perfect rhythm with the
Song
sound
on
of
the radio.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, come on.
Eddie Rabbit. Come on. He's
Hilarious.
Hall of Famer.
Okay. So Why? Why did you want to go in silence?
I don't know. I just didn't really put anything on.
I understand.
Also, I'm a big fan of what Cornell did to win the lacrosse championship. I'm a big fan. That's incredible.
What they do?
They won it all. Cornell wins it all.
Big Red.
Men or women?
What's that?
The men.
And that was against. You're talking about. This is against the ACC, against the North Carolinas, the Dukes, the Marylands from the Big Ten. All these teams, they win it. That was cool. But I'm just telling you right now, lacrosse on live radio, I struggle with that one.
Oh, it's on live radio.
So I'm like,
wow.
Okay.
84?
Yeah, I went silent for a while. That's why I went
Can we
silent.
talk about 84?
That's fine, yeah.
84.
Yes.
84.
84. Yes.
On series. Okay, well, sports, as long as we're doing that. Okay, the highlight for me, you guys probably were out and about, was the Indy 500.
I didn't watch that.
It was...
I didn't either. I was following it. I was tracking it a little bit when I did have some radio on, but I didn't.
Just this quick sports. Alex Palooza from Barcelona, he won it. Just quick. I mean,
You watched the whole thing?
Missing Tooth Greg was working on my truck, and I'd say I watched all but, I don't know, 20 laps.
You watched 480 laps.
He has
Right.
raced in Alex Palou won it. He has raced in 6 IndyCar races this season and has won 5, which is staggering.
That's
a pretty good percentage there.
Yeah, he's a dude, and it was an interesting race because the track was only 72 degrees, and so the tires weren't gripping. They need heat, and it was just calamity after calamity. Guys going into the pits too hot, skidding out into the pits, hitting pit crew members. It was the young guys driving the cars. Can't believe what I'm saying right now. But I watched the broadcast. I don't think they adjusted to the conditions at all. I mean, some of them did. Alex Palou obviously did. And
Someone says there was a wreck on the pace lap.
there was,
And a car got totaled
Bill,
on the
I
pace,
thought of Bill.
the pace
I
lap.
thought of Bill. The guys in a Pennzoil yellow car on a pace lap, and he was, how they do the thing.
The warming them up back.
Yeah.
That's so cool when they
He
do
wrecked
that.
The guy oversteered and went into the wall.
on the pace lap.
He did. It was embarrassing. I told Missing Tooth Greg, that's got to be the height of embarrassment. Like we didn't make it through the
I just want to imagine.
pace lap. I hate to laugh, but
just imagine this one. This thing of the Kentucky Derby there, and they always show the owners. Imagine the owner of the car. All of a sudden, they're showing him. He's sitting there going, "All right, honey, here we go."
no.
Oh,
He just steered it into the wall.
This is his moment. He's just staring in the wall. Come
Yeah,
on,
he was
man.
doing it.
he's getting all excited, like also. Whoop!
Yeah, Bill's right. They do that thing where they
Oh, it's so cool looking.
what do they do? They kind of like
they're warming their
crisscross.
tires up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting the tires.
So the
warm.
caution flag goes up because the pace car messed up.
Oh, there's a lot of
That's
weird
incredible.
stuff. It was calamity after calamity.
Oh.
One guy's car went on fire in the pit stop. Just went on fire. I think it was a gearbox. And there's another guy who skidded in and took out one of his crew members who was injured. Yeah, it was nuts. But anyway, Alex Palou, Indy 500, and the broadcast. One thing I want to say, I don't watch it. This is the first time I've watched it in years. The broadcast is really strong. Like it's a really strong. Like it's so almost. I don't know how they do it. Like it's just.
I'm a little embarrassed of myself.
Why?
Did I didn't do more to watch it and see?
No, you're fine.
Because
you don't need to watch
I
it.
don't know if
It
you'd
was
be
during the baseball
if
game.
all of a sudden you as me, Jake, whoever, we just go to the Indian and we watch it, we would be so amazed, in shock that someone is traveling at that speed,
230.
that,
No, it's
that
ridiculous.
close to each other. I mean, right now, when I get to about 78, I'm like, ooh, easy there, easy.
They're going 235.
235. Yes.
It's like they're shot out of a cannon.
We
It
talked-
is amazing.
We talked about your tailgating last week. And they do this the whole time intentionally. They're tailgating the whole time going 200 miles per hour.
They're trying to draft off each other.
They
Imagine,
are.
get closer.
They
Get
are.
closer.
That's
Yep.
I mean,
insane.
and for for 500 miles. Imagine some guy tailgating you for 500 miles.
Going 230 miles an hour.
I'm driving to Houston,
And then,
a guy's a foot behind me from Lincoln to
give me some
Houston.
space.
And you know what's really annoying? Now I don't know if Missing Tooth Greg was a car racer, so we're amateurs.
And a hockey player.
Yeah, we're amateurs in this discussion. But you know what would annoy me? I think I gave this voice to Greg. So the broadcast is so good. They show the guys in the cockpit, so you can see them in the cockpit, and you can also hear what their team is saying to them. That would be incredibly annoying. You have a guy in your ear going, take him now.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. I mean, I would be like, all right, just shuddy. All right, I'll do that. I'll do this. You do what you do. Like, yeah, you take him now. I'm like, come on. And
did he scale the fence like they do? Is that part of the tradition?
He jumped out of his car.
I think that is.
Yeah, he jumped out of his car, and then the pit crew, he was way down the track, and a pit crew ran toward him. I don't remember him. They had to run a sizable distance to get to him. He stood on his car, in a victory celebration, and I don't know. I don't know if he scaled the fence or not. If he did, I missed it.
Let's see the highlights.
Indy 500, Alex Palou won.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Sign up for a fertilizer program this month, and if your name is drawn on Thursday, that's May 29th, 200% of your payment will go to support Cedars on Give to Lincoln Day. Call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297. Newton's Lawn Care, Idle Chit Chat sponsor. Nebraska baseball, Big Ten champs. We talked about last week. We mocked the whole bracket and the pool play and
I
how
still mock that.
It's fine.
Yeah,
sticking
with that.
It worked out for Nebraska. Yeah,
not backing off of that one.
That's fine. Mocking is fine, but it worked out for Nebraska. Of course, we go back to Tuesday. They get the fortunate drop in the outfield to extend that game. Nebraska beats Michigan State 5-4. They beat Oregon handily on Friday, and then play Penn State Saturday. I think they was it 5-2, 5-3, and then they win on Sunday 5-0. Ty Horn, 8 shutout innings for Nebraska on the mound. They take down UCLA 5-0, and they're on to the regional in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. They'll play Oklahoma on Friday, but what a run it was for the 8 seed Huskers. Back-to-back Big Ten tournament champs. Back-to-back.
Ty Horn was amazing. Ty Horn was really highly recruited. I mean, I remember that he's from Kansas, Halstead, Kansas. I mean, he's been good, but not like he was on. That was his shining moment.
He was dominant on Sunday.
Yeah, he looked like Tom Seaver. Yeah, well, Jim Palmer. He elicited memories of the all-time great. He was really good. Ty Horn was gigantic. That was Sunday. That was during the Indy 500.
That was Sunday.
Yeah, it was during the Indy 500. We were flipping back and forth. Horn was good. He's their usual Saturday starter. Nebraska's won 9 straight games dating to last season in the Big Ten tournament. 9 straight.
Right.
That's
in the Big Ten tournament. Yeah, they got something going. I don't know exactly if they like that part. I don't know. Who knows? Childress seems to have it figured out from a pitching standpoint. It's a big park, and not many home runs. So yeah, Will change the narrative quite a bit, right?
He did.
I don't even know if you can use the word quite a bit. That's incredible to win the Big Ten tournament twice.
Back to back.
Haven't lost in 9 games. And the storyline that still is that Jake hit on it, but it's still just mind-blowing. They're out in the first round.
Michigan State just drops the ball,
hit right to him, and they're out.
It's amazing.
And I mean, that's what
caught a break.
Game's over.
That's how crazy. That's why the only thing that's worth even being part of is reality TV, which is sports, which is live, and you can't record the crap. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's unbelievable. He drops the ball. We're all watching the game. I was like he dropped the ball.
Yep. Oh, everybody.
And the next thing you know, they're at 5-0 in the finals.
Right.
Yep. It's like what
they caught a break.
And so I think about this one about catching breaks. First one would be, well, you know what the hitter did? Who hit the ball that he dropped? You remember?
I don't remember.
I forget who that was.
A liner to right field.
Yeah, but my point is, you know what he did? He put the ball in play.
Yep.
He didn't strike out.
That's what Ron would say.
He put the ball in play.
Correct.
And gave him a chance to at least have the ball out there to have a chance for something good to happen to you.
Yep.
And it was probably, would you guys say if he had 100 of them, he'd catch 99?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe 98.
Let's go with 98.
Let's go 98.
Give one more mistake.
More mistake.
He had to
in there.
reach up. But
it scored out of his glove. It was completely
in his glove.
Yeah, completely in the glove.
And also, he didn't have to move more than maybe
a couple feet,
maybe 9 to 12 inches.
Step and a half back.
That was it.
Yeah.
But my point is, so when chance happens, just think about this: what saved the life of Ryan Day? The new playoff system.
Yeah.
If not, he's out of the playoffs after they lose to Michigan.
Yep.
And not even 100% sure he still has his job.
No, I don't know.
And he's that. Instead, he's national
Big question.
champion. If he does it, they're not making the playoffs.
And he's
obviously.
hailed.
Right now he's hailed.
Hailed.
They had parades.
Will Bolt is hailed.
Yes.
But it was, you're right. If they lose to Michigan State, he's not hailed.
No, the conversation would have been a grim off season.
I'll tell you what the conversation is. Will Bolt's made 2 NCAA tournaments in 5 years. 6 counting the COVID season, which doesn't count, so 5. And that's not good enough. That would be the conversation.
But instead
he's made 3 NCAA tournaments
in 5
back to
years.
back,
9,
and that's good enough.
And won 9 like that. So now you're going like, is it good enough? Does he get a statue? That's kind of like, I don't know.
Back-to-back
champions.
won 9 straight games.
He's won back-to-back Big Ten tournaments, and he also has a regular season Big Ten championship, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, now you start to say, oh, yeah, he's getting it done.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is people are probably screaming on the text line. They did lose their ace pitcher early in
Mason McConaughey.
Mason Big Lake McConaughey.
Big Lake.
The
Big Lake.
He went out like in the first week of the season. They also lost Tucker Timmerman for a period.
He's back though.
Yeah, he's back. He's back, but they lost him for a period.
They did. He got hit in the face.
Yeah.
He had a line drive to the face, and they won that game early on.
But just remarkable. Yeah. It appeared that the crowd looked great.
15,129. 15,129 on Sunday, the championship.
And that weather looked decent. It was decent where I was at. It would look decent in Omaha too. Correct?
It was good.
Yeah.
And I missed.
You were there, weren't you?
I went Saturday, so I forgot. Saturday it was just a couple days ago, but the Friday night game got rained out. It got pushed to 9 a.m. Saturday. So
That's
Oregon, Nebraska, 9 a.m. Saturday. The Huskers win. Then they play at 5 o'clock against Penn State. I was at that game.
With Swim.
Swim was there with me, and Scotland and Elizabeth. We went to the game.
They went to the game together.
How about that?
The ticket.
Did not go Sunday though. Just watch that game.
You were there though to see them beat Penn State.
Yes.
Yeah. And who pitched that? Oh God, that sounds terrible.
I'm already forgetting. I'm already forgetting.
This
who pitched the
tool.
game.
Well, Jake,
okay.
You were there.
I was
think
there.
You'd be the guy we'd want to.
I
If we wanted to
know.
lean on someone right now, I'd
Right.
lean on the guy that was at the game.
Well, they hit a home run to the right field. That was Gabe Swanson. They helped put that game away late. That was allowed.
Swanson's.
He's just so good in May.
He loves.
So good in the
He
postseason.
must love that stadium. Hey, how was the crowd that day? About 8,000, was it?
Yes, it wasn't nearly as much, but it was rainy, and it wasn't the final. Final was, as Bill said, is much better weather yesterday
2 o'clock on
or Sunday.
Yeah. So 2 o'clock. There was a lot going on Sunday. The softball team was playing. The Indy 500 was going, and the baseball team was playing. There was a lot
going on.
Yeah. The softball team, of course, lost.
Let's
to
get that in a
Tennessee.
second. Yeah,
Just gonna say the score.
You got this boy. Wow.
we lost 1-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That got very awkward.
By the way, thank you, Casey, on the YouTube. It was Tucker Timmerman did start the Penn State game, and then Drew Christo pitched the rest of that.
Okay. Got Christo's been money too. So I would say this about the format, Bill. The pitchers like it, I bet. I mean, I think if you're a pitching coach, you like it. Nebraska played 4 games as opposed to 6. You know, I think it's easier to manage it's easier to manage your pitching staff. I'm not saying I like the format, but if I was a Rob Childress, I might like it a little.
Would they have played 6?
Well, they could. They did last year.
But
I don't
last
know
year wasn't single elimination. Though.
No, it was the old format.
Yeah. So it's
What I'm saying though is this format cuts down on the number of games that you play, and therefore saves.
But
your
like
staff.
the team that won the SEC, it's even less.
Could be.
The Vanderbilt only had 3
Three.
days. That was it. So you had the double buys, you had the buys. So if you were
I see what you're saying.
So yeah, that it doesn't. I understand the part. It's less than last year.
Less than last.
But the single elimination tournament's way better. And I would bet that Nebraska that the Big Ten will be in a single elimination tournament like everyone else did.
Oh God,
that made
I
sense.
just can't believe they'd come back.
I would listen to the radio of the people like on the pundits going, well, there's some games in the Big Ten tournament. Doesn't matter because Penn State's already advanced and these 2 teams haven't.
Right.
They will play
So
and they will
weird.
immediately go to the airport and fly home.
They will not.
Yeah, and so there's no, and it's like, well, this is gonna be launched just into next year, and really, no,
It
it's
would
not.
be really interesting if they planted their flag and said, "No, we're doing the same form."
Made no sense.
Hey, Nebraska won. Shouldn't you be happy?
Yeah.
They'll say. By the way, it was Jackson Brockett pitched against Oregon. He was great in that game on Saturday morning. Then Timmerman,
Okay,
Penn State, and then Ty Horn Sunday.
So-
Teams who did not make the NCAA tournament got left out. Iowa was in the Final Four. They lost to UCLA on Saturday. They miss the tournament. This is the team that led the Big Ten the majority of the baseball season, fell apart at the end.
Fell apart when the schedule got tough.
Correct.
That's what happened.
So they missed the tournament completely.
Got tough.
And preseason number 1, Texas A&M was one of the first 4 teams left out of the tournament. So Trev
Preseason
Albert,
number 1.
not going to the postseason.
Didn't make it into 64.
Nope. Ooh. It's rough.
Softball, number 1 seed, beat by Liberty. Upset.
Who's that?
A&M.
Oh, A&M.
And Liberty.
Ooh.
Number 1 seed in the
Those
tournament.
Are hits.
Those are hits.
Liberty took them out.
Yes. Liberty.
Liberty took them out, and Texas A&M's baseball team did not make
make the tournament.
There's not a crown jewel tournament in baseball.
Not that I'm aware of. We can look at that, though.
The coach did not get retained. He went to Texas. They're a 2 seed in the tournament, and then Buzz Williams is gone.
The buzzer.
Things seem to be trending well. I think things are on the upside down there.
Things are going well at A&M.
Trev got things turned around.
Easy.
Congrats again to Nebraska baseball. They'll play Oklahoma Friday in the Chapel Hill Regional in Carolina.
Oklahoma.
2 seed Oklahoma. Nebraska 3 seed. Oklahoma 2 seed.
Oklahoma 35-20. 14-16 in the SEC. Just a little advanced scout. They lost 6 of their last 7. They lost 6 of their last 7 of the regular season, and then went 2-1 in the SEC tournament. Now they'll pitch a guy named Kyson Witherspoon, who's I guess a top 10 pick. Now he's a bear. I assume they'll face him. Is there any shot? I'm thinking out loud. I didn't talk.
It's risky holding your ace back.
You got to win.
That's what I was going to ask.
You don't want to be losers.
You got to win. Yeah, you got to win. First game is critical.
Yep.
Okay. You don't hold him back. So Nebraska will probably see Kyle Witherspoon, 2.47 ERA in 91 innings, right-hander. And yeah,
who are the other 2 teams?
North Carolina.
Holy Cross in North Carolina.
Holy Cross. Okay, that's the one I was one.
Holy Cross is the 4 seed.
Holy Cross, yes. So I don't know what time Nebraska plays on Friday.
We'll get an update on that after the break.
I don't know. Do we know that?
I think we do.
Okay.
They have
after the
softball
break.
again. See how that goes.
When we come back, we'll hit on the softball team.
All right.
It's a great season, a little rough ending. We'll discuss that next in early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
National Electrical Safety Month is held every May to raise awareness about the importance of staying safe around electricity. Visit les.com/safety for safety tips on power lines, tree trimming, storms, and so much more.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Husker baseball game, by the way, 4 p.m. Central Time.
Thank you, Jim.
Friday. ESPN Plus to watch that.
Oh, that's
you gotta go to a bar, probably.
Oh, just took a shot.
I know. It's
Plus.
It's on the Plus. Can't watch it on regular TV. Too bad.
Track
but a place that might have that potentially on
where
is Rman Steakhouse.
Phil,
Friday, you think you wouldn't have the game on to get people?
Phil will have it on
in the steakhouse.
Live band,
probably live band after the win to celebrate.
That'd be fun. Well, there's always a live band there.
I know.
Phil is a live band. He has his instruments in his office.
Think about going there to watch the game, and then you get the live band after the win, and you're eating steak and cookie skillet. That's a good Friday right there.
Imagine all of a sudden you're up like 6-0 in the bottom of the 8th, and Phil calls the band, "Get out here!" The band just shows up all of a sudden like
he
that.
needs you,
and you hear that sound of the amps warming up. Oh, thank you, Phil. What the hell? Sure just happened.
Get to Rman Steakhouse in Ashland, in between Lincoln and Omaha. Highway 6, wonderful steak options. Lori was there. You said Trixie was
Trix was there, and she met Phil, and she said Phil's very smart. That was her comment. He's very smart. I'm like, yeah.
We invented Gallup. Now he's the number one steakhouse in 500-mile radius. So that's a big deal.
But we should, in all seriousness, emphasize how kind he is. He was a great ambassador. She said that he spent a lot of time with them. So, Bill, I really appreciate it.
She did not have the Chilean sea bass, though.
Somebody did. Somebody in their party did. She didn't. No, she had the chicken pasta.
They may have Canili beef.
I don't know.
No steak, no, really. No,
it was a steak. It was a steakhouse.
It's called Rman Steakhouse.
Did anybody mention it's a steakhouse? How's your chicken, Phil?
It's really good.
Trix doesn't eat steak. She doesn't eat steak. So, but she says the chicken pasta was fabulous. She said something else was fabulous.
Does she have the cookie skillet?
I don't know. I don't.
You mentioned the
Trixie,
show. You get
chime
it
in.
free.
Trixie.
Did you have the skillet, Trixie? Come on.
I don't know if she did or
I
not.
need to know.
Anyway, thank you to Phil.
Yes.
And Bill broke some big news. I'm still freaked out by this. That we're sold out on June 25th.
June 25th. Apparently, it sold out in 2 days. 72 spots sold.
Oh my God!
Yes,
we gotta be there.
Now we have to. I wasn't thinking we can get like 12 people, and it's like we got like, hey, this is not going to work out.
Looks like I better circle that one.
Put that on the calendar.
25th. Okay.
Looking forward to being on the 25th. Nebraska softball had a wonderful season. They win the first game against Tennessee 5-2. They fall on Saturday 3-2, and then of course they lose Sunday 1-0. A first inning home run by Tennessee is all that was scored in that game. Great pitching by both sides.
Jordy.
Jordy was wonderful, obviously, and so was Pickens for Tennessee.
Carlin Pickens.
Sad to see the season end short of the World Series for her, especially Jordy Ball has won it twice, but it was an incredible showing by Nebraska softball with a sad ending for that team.
For posterity, they finished 43-15. Nebraska. Jordy Ball was 26-8 on the mound on the hill. 26-8. So she pitched all 3 games.
She did.
That's what you do.
She pitched all 3.
A couple things. Yeah, that was just so. The saddening part of this was I remember thinking to myself, and I believe I told my wife Laura on that morning of Sunday morning of like, this could be one of the greatest days in Nebraska history, sports history.
Sunday.
If the softball team gets to the College World Series and Nebraska wins back to back, and they come back from a drop ball, barely. There was times you didn't think they're going to make the tournament.
I know.
To winning the Big Ten
tournament,
winning the Big Ten tournament, to winning it, that would have been one of your better days that it all happened at one day.
Right.
What else would have aligned where competition was on the same day? It wasn't like, well, Nebraska football beat Iowa and the basketball team, upset number 1 Villanova.
Yeah.
There's those things for the exact same day for it to happen. I will get a quick story though, which was fun. So they get runners on, I think, second and third on Saturday night. On Saturday night,
this is
tennis. And I believe game two. Jordy Ball's on deck.
Okay,
and not on deck, but she's one back from getting
up
in the hole. I believe she was. Anyway, let me know on that.
In the hole.
In the hole at that. Anyway, so we're going to a movie in Lynch, Nebraska, which is incredible.
You're kidding me.
And so we're in Bubba's Bar. And it's mayhem.
Is it?
And they don't have the game. They have the baseball game is going on during the same time. But Rick and Susie McManigal, pillars of the community of Lazy River Acres and Creighton, like that, have the game on their phone. And Rick is announcing the game.
The softball game.
He is announcing the game to everyone at Bubba's on what's happening. I'm sitting right next to him. It was electric. It was like it's going back and I didn't even look towards the phone. I just sat and listened to Rick's calming voice giving the play-by-play of what was happening.
Saturday.
I think there was a pass ball somewhere in there or something.
There was
something happened.
Yeah, there's a couple pass balls.
And everyone's going crazy. I mean, and the Bubba's is just, it was euphoric. It was nuts. Bubba's is packed also. Bubba's
Saturday
on the corner in Lynch, Nebraska, town of 400.
This would have been roughly. It was over the dinner hour.
No, it's
Saturday
exactly
or Sunday.
No, Saturday night.
Okay.
Saturday night. We're going to the
early
movie.
evening.
Yes.
It sounds like Jake isn't listening.
No, I was just confirming to make sure I was hearing it right. Yes.
But anyway, so
early evening.
This is about 6:30 at night when this was taking place.
Gotcha.
When all worlds collided. Bubba, Rick McManigal announcing the game.
Rick McManigal
announcing the game off his phone in Bubba's.
Was people listening to him?
What's that? Yes, everyone was listening
He's
to him.
watching the broadcast.
He's watching, letting people know what's
2-0
happening.
count.
Pass ball! And people are just going nuts. Yeah, it was incredible.
That's quite a little. You've painted some nice pictures today. The crops.
And it was a downer when they lost. But we went to the movie. I think it was the Last Rodeo. Incredible movie.
A lot of movie goers this weekend because of the weather. I mean, Sean said the movie theaters were packed yesterday.
Not you though.
No, I was working yesterday. I had it right. Sorry, I did though. Yeah, there was some. He took his family to a movie theater. He said it was jam packed, and he heard that movie theaters all over Lincoln were packed yesterday. People going to the movies apparently. In Lynchburg.
Lynch.
Lynchburg's where we make Jack Daniels.
That's in Tennessee.
Yes.
It's just Lynch.
Seriously,
No
just Lynch.
bird.
They don't make any whiskey there, to my knowledge. But if they did, it'd probably be incredible.
Hey, they might. You never know.
Lynch is a bird.
And also so the theater you go to there.
Lynch is a bird.
Yes.
Okay. I got it.
The place was sold out. It seats maybe 180.
The theater.
And the theater was built in the late 40s, and it still runs. It's $5 a person to get in.
Really?
But it's a modern movie. $5 a person to get in. Popcorn was $1.
God,
it was better.
My in-laws have been there. They rave about that place.
Oh,
they love the Lynch Theater.
And there's a guy sitting there. It's all volunteer, and you give him your $5.
Yep.
He presses a ticket button, and your ticket pops out.
That's cool.
And it's like 1964.
That sounds fun.
Get to Lynch.
Sounds fun.
Anyway, thank Rick and Susie for doing that, announcing the game in Bubba's. Bubba's, the food is incredible.
I would like to. I know it was Saturday, but I'd like to see the call on Sunday because Nebraska loses 1-0, but in the fifth inning, Nebraska had the bases loaded.
Bases loaded,
and the 9 hitter struck out. Number 9 hitter.
Right?
Jordy was up next. If she gets a hit, you take the lead, or you tie it up, and here comes Jordy with the bases loaded, or 2 on, 2 out. Just didn't happen though.
Tennessee's going to Oklahoma City to the World Series for the 9th time. So it's a good program.
Yes.
Nebraska was even terms with them. So it's good.
It was a great
would
series.
have been. I believe this is how that would have worked out. I believe no matter what, they were going to be the 7th seed, the winner of that game, which plays Oklahoma.
100%.
So
Tennessee will play OU.
Yeah. Can you imagine that if that had been Jordy Ball going back to play against Oklahoma after taking Nebraska?
Oh, I was
to the
headed
College World
down.
Series?
Yeah, I was.
That would have been a must see.
Yeah.
I was heading down too. I was going. Yeah, I was going.
You gotta go with me?
Yeah, I go with you.
Still would have made the trip down to Oklahoma.
We
It was fun.
could. I mean, you could have. But yeah, you're right. Nebraska would have played Oklahoma, and it would have been an incredible story. As it was an incredible story. Just 1 game short. Jordy Ball. 26.
But you know what? She's back next year as well as a lot of the players. They return a lot of players for next season. They lose like 2 or 3 total. So they lose.
I mean,
talent coming
the
in.
anticipation for next season will be monumental.
Absolutely. When we come back, song of the day and Bill's Thrills. Buzz
The
Through
Thrills!
Tuesday next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers throughout the day with patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies and a high near 62. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies, calm winds, a low around 50. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, mainly cloudy with a high near 70. The meteorologist for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more. Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a
No,
big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mama.
Once again, your song of the day, Prop Me Up Beside the Jukebox If I Die by Joe Diffie from 1993. 464-56851. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Take it away, Doctor.
Joe Diffie.
R.I.P.
Probably slam dunk.
R.I.P. Yes.
Has to be a
Did
member.
that recently.
Has to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry, doesn't he? I would think. Diffie, he's real. No, I'm a big Diffie fan. Song catches me. Knew all the words. It's a little folksy, I guess. Folksy, a word.
Yes,
I think that works.
Maybe
I
that
think,
works at all.
I think you got that.
I think that one. I'm at least close, right?
It's in the right ballpark.
Yes. I wouldn't turn it off. Wouldn't turn it up. Wouldn't call it walk up, but don't hate it. 7-1.
We'll take a 7-1.
Yeah, 7-1.
Not walk up. I was going back and forth.
Not quite there for me. Not quite there for me. But
that's
solid.
beautiful.
Diffie.
It's subjective. I thought maybe we were here listening to George Strait there.
That was not George Strait.
It
Joe
doesn't
Diffie.
sound like him at all.
There's a part of it that sounds a little bit like it, but it's definitely Diffie.
Diffie. Definitely have heard it.
Yes.
Not a lot, though. I hadn't heard that
Yes.
song a lot. I'm going to say 12 times in my life. I was going back and forth on Walk Up. I don't know.
Were you singing that song at all or not?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know the words.
It's kind of
the
funny.
words that resonate fast with you. You listen to the song one time, you know the whole song.
Makes you chuckle. Prop me up.
Yeah. Well, here's
to the jukebox when I die.
Let my headstone be a neon sign. Okay,
Yes,
there
come
you
on.
go.
It's beautiful.
funny.
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Folksy. 7-2. It's good.
7-1
Yeah.
to 7-2.
I'm going to say
I
that
guess Rudy's score.
Rudy's going to be like that, being from Texas. He's going to like this. I'm going to say a 7-4.
7-9.
7-9.
The sevens is the theme of the day here.
Rudy is with us today. I think he has a Texas shirt on.
He does.
Yes.
Horns down.
2 seed.
Rudy.
Rudy 2 seed.
Rudy, horns down.
Horns down. Yeah, didn't win it. Vandy got after him in the SEC tournament.
Number
yeah.
one overall seed, Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Nebraska
Vanderbilt.
beat Vanderbilt this year.
Yeah,
by
Vandy,
the way.
Tennessee, heated.
Hey, one
Heated.
stat: Nebraska baseball. Will Bolt 6-2 against ranked teams this year.
Good sign for the tournament.
That's pretty good if you think
That's-
about it.
Yes, 2-6. Bad.
Bad.
6-2
Some
good.
ratings before we get to Bill's Thrills. John and Lincoln, circling the drain, a 3 on that one.
Oh,
All right,
very,
that's
yeah, very wow.
pretty graphic there,
Very
John.
graphic, yes.
Mike and Dalton, a 9. Guilt Nerd, 8.4. Eric, absolutely terrible, 0.00005. Ron with the vomit emoji, -10.
Vomit emoji. It's really got to be bad to send that.
Yeah, he
Yes.
sent 4 of them, actually, and a
4 of them.
-10.
Have you ever sent a vomit emoji? to
Never
someone?
have.
I've never have.
Never
either.
sent it. No.
I don't think I have.
Bill and Bennett, 3.1. Chet in Nebraska City, 8.32. Sean in Omaha, 6.3. Hook Lemon, 6!
Bird has it a 6.
6. That's pretty high for Bird.
Really
Scores-
high.
Scores are all over the.
Yeah.
They're not all over the map. They're either real high or really low.
Ryan in California, 10. 10 for that one. Gavin
10.
and Pender, 7.8. Houston, turn it off, 1.2.
It's weird.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan and Bennett, 7.3. Scooter from Roca, the Tavern, 1.5.
Scooter.
He's getting ready for fireworks.
Fireworks
season.
is coming
He's
up.
getting
Scooter.
close.
I'll be
Doesn't
out.
like Diffie's song.
Yeah, I know.
Duke for governor, 6.9. Jennifer, 5. Hubby, 4.5.
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't resonate.
Didn't hit.
Beef tacos, not your best, 2.8. And
Anything with the blanket?
I don't see W. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. 8. 8 from WP. Wet
Yes,
blanket.
The blanket.
We're gonna meet what wet blanket?
Blanket's
Wet
going to be
blanket's
there.
coming out to the show. on
Worlds
June
are going to
25th.
collide that night.
I cannot wait.
Worlds are going to collide.
He's kept us honest.
But I like how Beef Tacos told me Friday, I won't be there. I won't be
Be
there.
there.
He made it like 4 times.
4 times.
All right, Beef. We'll see you in July at Beef Tacos, not June, though.
Yes.
So
We got to start. How do we do this? We have a June 25th show, but we got to start touting the July 25th show.
Yeah.
July 30th, I believe. We'll confirm that date.
My
here.
bad. I
Yeah.
don't want to throw.
My
back-
bad.
We'll confirm the
I
date.
love that. My bad.
I don't want to throw.
That's
Song of
on
the-
me.
Song of the day
That's on
again.
me.
Good pass, bad shot.
Prop Me Up Beside the Jukebox by Joe Diffie from 1993. It is time for a Tuesday edition of Bill's Thrills.
The thrills.
Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is
We
it gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him coach. But to everyone else, He's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Trados, the grain marketing, the crop insurance experts. Go to gotrados.com, GOTREDAS.com to learn more. We did not have a football facts Monday because Memorial Day. Is it Bugaboo Tuesday today, Bill, for you?
We just moved on to the boo.
Oh, right.
We've moved on to the
My
boo.
favorite
Things that bother me. Things that bother me. Enough is enough with the kids these days. Parents and society get them in phase. Enough is enough with kids these days. Parents and society get them in phase. Things that bother me. People that lump together kids these days. I'm seeing nothing but great kids. I'm seeing a lot of it.
Thank you.
I'm seeing incredible. Keston! I'm seeing all kinds of. I see it everywhere. I'm telling you, I was around youth all weekend, and it was absolutely incredible. Of thank yous and kindness, people stopping to talk, manners. I see it all over the place. And everybody wants to lump in the kids these days. Yeah, they're on their phone too much, but guess what? Everybody's on their phone too much.
100.
Everyone's on their phone too much. I'm on my phone too much. So, yeah, we all are on that spot. I'm telling you what, kids these days, there are some unbelievable kids out there. There's unbelievable parenting, society. I just ran across, I saw kids leave the room and say goodbye to everybody by name, not just goodbye. They would say like that, hey, bye, Gigi, bye, Keaton. And I'm just like, this is incredible, these families and what's going on. And everybody's like, yeah, kids these days. Yeah, no, not so fast.
Just playing video games.
Yeah, that's it. On their phone.
Not true.
No, not at all. I saw them out there fishing. They were doing fun stuff. I mean, I just see it everywhere. Places I stop, I see kids.
Thank you.
Yeah, things are, and I like the way things are trending.
I think you're right. I just always use Hartley Park. I'm telling you, the moment the rain stopped, a flood of kids went over to Hartley and started playing soccer. I mean, they're so no, they don't. You're right. Kids, I see. I have a neighbor boy about I'm going to say he's 9, maybe 10. I saw him out on his bike on 48th and O the other day. I was like, wait a second, you're pretty far from home. but we used to do that.
That was common. It was common.
Yeah.
We should drive to other towns. Bancroft was 8 miles away. We'd ride to other towns. Could you imagine? Imagine if they had Find Your Phone at that time.
Oh,
and all this, or like it
trouble.
Or when you said you're just going to camp out for the night and you're whipping down Main Street at 3 a.m. and your mom wakes up and looks at your phone. Well, Bill just went down Main Street 3 a.m. in the morning. Better times. But again,
say it again, please.
Enough is enough with kids these days. Parents and society get them in phase. People that lump together kids these days.
Wrong.
So
it's wrong
when you took the picture of the ball and the goal, were people actually like playing right then? And you just like stopped by the goal and took the picture? Because you said people were playing.
The people had begun to come, but there wasn't a flood yet. There wasn't a whole bunch of people. You didn't see any people in the picture.
Jake, anything from the text line?
Believer. Let's see.
Believer.
Believer might push back. He says, enough is enough. Kids these days make you want to knock them sideways.
Easy.
I do think parents are correcting though. He's pushing back on Bill's Thrills.
Easy, no.
Come on, Believer.
There's
Easy,
both. But I'm with Bill on this. I mean, you see a lot of good.
I see a lot of great things.
The kids ride around on their bikes a lot. I see it a lot.
See a lot. They're out and about doing stuff. Big fan.
Ryan says, "Thank you, Bill, for preaching for the youth. They are not all hopeless."
No, they're not. They're not.
Then it's like, okay, the phone.
I see it with my eyes.
Then the phone's the problem, but we invented these things.
We did,
and gave them access to everything that they can have at their fingertips. So
they're a problem. They're a problem.
I think there's probably a pretty good chance when I was 9, if all of a sudden I had the internet, probably would be somewhat intrigued by what was going on out there. Yes. Instead, I only knew what was going on within maybe like 2 blocks around me.
That's it.
That's how I grew up.
I mean, we're lucky.
Very close circle there.
Very close.
We're lucky.
What was going on?
But kids do what we did. I mean, there was one neighbor there. They set their tent up. Now, don't push back on this. It was not. I think it was the rain. They set their tent up on their porch. But
nice.
They set it up. I mean, the kids slept out there. That was nice. And kids ride around our neighborhood a lot.
Right.
They're They're always whipping.
This is good. This is another Ryan from California says, I was golfing yesterday and ran into a couple 11-year-olds fishing in the ponds. It made me happy to see that.
Oh, I hope he stopped and talked to him, because I know I would. I'd be fine that way. What are we fishing for? What do we got? What are you whipping around there? What do we
show them how to do it?
That,
take the rod right out of their hand.
I don't know if I'd do that, but I wouldn't mind. I'd try to get a cast in, maybe. Mind if I spin one? Yeah. Whip one out there.
Downtown Scott. Kids suck. I have 5 of them. All right. Scott. All right, man.
Okay. A little different view
I'm
than
sure
what I
that
had.
they are.
He's coming off of a long weekend.
Yes. Long weekend, a lot of rain.
Guess what? Summer break now, by the way. They're around all the time.
Yeah.
At home. So, all right.
I like it. I like you sticking up for them. You can do that with college kids too. They're not all like I do the thing a little bit where all these kids and their NIL. There's for every problem, there's a Luke Reimer.
Yeah.
There's kids that do it for the right reason. They're all over the place. Yeah.
That is
Good
Bill
job.
Thrills.
I'm glad you did
Tuesday. One more time the headline, Bill, or not?
No, we're done.
Okay. All right. That's it. We're done with the headlines.
It's 4 times.
All right. Well, thank you for chiming in, people. Bugaboo Tuesday.
Dr. Love, is that enough?
We get some text in with the Dr. Love got serious on Friday.
It did. It
He
got
was speaking in the third person. It went to another level.
Dr. Love, appreciate you. You speak in third person.
Duke was happy he called you out that one. Hour 2 is next early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
It pays to participate in LES Peak Rewards. You can earn a $25 gift card when you enroll your qualified smart thermostat in the program. Help curb electric demand and sign up today at les.com/peak rewards.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
What are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing. There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria, tacos, and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
The goal for those coming on the road, let's go get that first. And then here's what'll happen. There'll be you'll kind of be lackadaisical. Instead of keeping that energy, why not instead of keeping that energy, you'll probably see just a little bit more ease of play, because in the psyche, we did what we came to do.
Every weekday from 3 to 5 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And what's going on today with Shin Daddy in Creighton, Bill?
Still off. He took the full week,
Nice.
so he will not be back till Thursday. Thursday we'll be back in business. He'll be traveling tomorrow. Be back in the office, be back in the bank on Thursday.
Should you just stay at home?
Yes. No.
Come on, he's busy.
He's out. He's out and about. He's got some things going on. He's visiting some friends with Tamara.
He's got a lot of friends.
A lot of friends. A lot of friends. A lot of family.
Just saw the Kaiser painting band go by.
Yes, go by. Jay
That's
Kaiser
Jay.
painting. Yes. Brings
Jay.
us donuts, which we haven't had for a while, Jay, if you listen in on that.
Just saying, Kaiser.
Just
Come
saying,
on,
we've
man.
not had donuts for a while. It's something to think about.
Jay balked at coming in and talking about changing Tom Osborne's tire at Home Depot.
Yeah, which is, again, just normal. Like, no, I don't talk about that. Just whipped by, saw Coach Osborne, whipped over, changed the tire, got things put back in his car and drove off.
Chatted a little.
Thought nothing of it. Nothing of it. Yeah.
I could see why you don't want to come on and talk about your good deeds.
Yes.
It's not a good look. It's not. We can talk about
But
it.
we
though.
were inviting him, though. It wasn't like he was trying to
True,
force
yeah.
his way on. Hey, I tell you about the story about Osborne?
You
No.
come on?
No.
Yeah,
We
tried to get
were
him on.
trying to invite him to invoke the story here.
I get it, but I still think.
And when he told me the story like that, all he said was, "Hey, Coach Osborne says hello." That was it. It wasn't like, "Hey, you're not going to believe what happened to me today." No, it was like, "Hey, Coach Osborne says hello."
Changed his
That was
tire.
it. Yeah, changed his tire.
Jake, I still think to accept that invitation, no, I wouldn't do it.
Jake Hazer?
Yeah, Jay shouldn't do it. He made the right move.
Well,
he made the right call.
He has an open invite here.
Yeah,
If he wants to talk about it.
Painting. Talk about
He
painting.
can talk about
Let's
it.
bring in some damn donuts.
Yeah.
You bring food in, we can talk. There's a rule here.
Sipple's injured with a thigh injury.
Yeah, he wanted
to use a donut.
I'm telling you, you can see it through my jeans. It's
You
weird.
wanted Bill to check it out.
I did not.
You
Just
did
that-
too.
I did not.
You said I'd have you check it out, but it's my thigh. But he said,
I've
"Put a button
I've
there."
never asked to touch Sipple's thigh, so everyone understands that.
It's happening
I
to
know
hear.
you didn't. Nobody suggested that you did.
Uh-huh.
got problems.
402
Jake's got problems.
464-5685. Call or text as always. This is more of a question, not just about Nebraska baseball, because this is what happened to them. They obviously won the Big Ten tournament. And again, they were an 8th seed entering the tournament. They win it all, so they're going to a regional in Chapel Hill. But in general, how much does a conference tournament title change the thoughts of a season? We've seen sometimes in college basketball, a surprise team that maybe was a 7 or 8 seed run through the tournament and get the upset in the auto bid. And can 1 week change the entire perspective of what was a potentially disappointing regular season for Husker baseball, or in any instance of a tournament that results in something like this to happen? How do you address that? And do you just forgive the regular season when you have an epic week in the postseason?
I don't know if the
How
word
do you handle
I don't know if the word forgive is right, but it 100 makes everything right again. I mean, it's Big Ten championship, won the tournament. That
In
makes
this case.
it makes everything. It does, and they ended the season also strong, and so things were trending the
They
right
won
way.
5 in a row to end the season.
So right now they're on 11 games. So what do they won?
No, they've won 9 in a row in the Big Ten tournament.
No, I know that, but so they won how many in the Big Ten tournament?
4.
4. Okay,
Yep.
and prior to that, so it's
So they've
9
won
and-
5 in a row overall. Got it.
No, I'm confused.
They won.
They beat Purdue 2 out of 3, right?
Okay, I got you.
And
That's what- okay.
They
I
lost
thought
the second
they
game.
were on.
They lost the second.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
They're on a 5-game win streak right
Gotcha.
now.
They're on a 5-gamer, Bill. They finished the season really strong. They won 6 of their last 7 series. If that
Yeah,
helps.
Big Ten championship changes everything.
Mhm. Now,
Because if they even lose, they're not going. They in theory probably they knocked Iowa out.
They did. Yep.
They knocked
Iowa
Iowa
had-
out. of the
I was
tournament.
on the bubble.
Iowa would have got in if Nebraska loses to UCLA.
I think
Nebraska's not getting in.
No,
they're not
Nebraska
getting in.
had to win.
They had to win it.
I if you just focus on Nebraska, there's no question it changed the narrative dramatically, because I mean, just what Bill said in the previous segment. If that guy catches the ball, Nebraska doesn't finish over 500. They don't make the NCAA tournament. They barely make the Big Ten tournament, and they lose in the first round. No, the conversation is dramatically different. Now, just 4 wins later,
The whole offseason, miserable.
I would say so.
Yeah, somewhat
Yes.
miserable.
Like, I
Somewhat
know, I'd
miserable.
say so. Yeah.
Now it's like, just imagine that Will Bolt walks by here, they catch the pat, they catch the Michigan State catches it. It's like normal people just walk. Oh, there's Will Bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that? This Will Bolt just won the Big Ten.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to him because he's a good guy, but it's kind of like
incredible
hey, Will.
person. Yeah.
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Now
They've
it's,
won
what's
9
up, Will?
Yeah.
You're the man.
A little pep on the step.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything changes. Life changes off a couple little breaks of things that happen. You can't imagine it.
I know it is really profound in this case. I don't know overall, Jake. That's like I always say, it's case by case in sports. So I don't know if you can make a sweeping generality on this, that if you make a run in your postseason tournament that all is forgiven all the time. I don't know about that. In this case, it seems like that's it. But think about this. Think about the league tournament in baseball, how beneficial it was to not only Nebraska, but Creighton. Creighton's not in without winning
the tournament. Yeah.
Probably not. Creighton's weird.
They're
They
a
won-
3 seed.
Creighton won 21 of its last 23 games this year. Creighton, 21 of them. But
they were the only Big East team to make it.
Bill, if they don't win the tournament, I don't think they're in. in-state baseball, you better be in the ACC, the SEC, or the Big 12. Because there's only 8 at-large bids besides that. There's only 8 left over. It's you want to be in one of those conferences. I hate to say that, but it's sort of true. See what I'm saying? There's only 8 at-large bids outside of those conferences. The ACC, the Big 12, and the SEC. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how many at-large bids there are overall, but those teams gobble them up. You see what I'm saying?
But it's not written in stone. That
It's not written
8.
in stone.
Okay.
No.
You made it sound as if it was.
No, it's
stone.
not written.
It's just a rule.
But
Yeah,
there were
it-
this year
yeah,
only 8.
8.
Well, there's only 8 this year. But anyway, Creighton, the league tournaments, you can say they're a waste, but they weren't for Nebraska and Creighton. I mean, they needed them.
Very impactful, and for Nebraska,
Very impactful.
Well, you look to this weekend again. You're thrilled you won the Big Ten. Now you're thinking, what's the goal? Obviously, the goal is to win the regional in advance.
Scary, right?
You're
now.
the 3 seed.
Yeah.
But you go to Chapel Hill. You're playing Oklahoma game 1. You did all right against the ace pitcher of Michigan State. The game we got lucky in. Nebraska got lucky in.
Well, they did against the Michigan State ace and the Oregon ace.
Correct.
So they can beat the Oklahoma ace. Oklahoma, again, they're a sub 500 team in the SEC.
Oklahoma was it was really dicey if they were getting in.
Really?
That was the word this morning driving
Really?
in. They were like going, hey, listen, it was pins and needles was the exact word said, whether they were even getting into the tournament. So
in Nebraska, you don't want them right now. You don't want Nebraska
right now.
now.
You're going like, okay, this is great. This
Exactly.
is great.
You're OU.
Yeah, their last whatever, like I said, 10 games, they've won like 9.
Yeah, they're on a heater. They're very confident. If you watch the games at all, which Jake was there, you saw. God, Bill's big on body language.
Oh,
I watched the body language on Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, oh yeah, they're trouble right now. Now some of that is okay. Let's face it.
They're scoring early. It's huge.
That's
first
but
and second inning runs is massive.
But also your body language is helped by the fact you're basically playing on your home field. They're playing in front of 8,000 people and then 15,000 people. Now, how will it be when they're not? Will their body language still be good? I don't know.
Maybe so.
Probably. Oh, it'll be a tight game against Oklahoma. I bet it'll be like a 4-3 type game.
And it just don't. I know they have them but no one freaks out as much in baseball. If Nebraska would win this regional, it's a story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an insane story. It really isn't.
They've done it before.
I mean, it's just because
it's been
you just hear of things. I mean, more baseball upsets, crazy things happen all the time. Like I said, the 1 seed in softball, the overall 1 went down. A&M went down. So it can happen.
Was it 08 the last time, Sip? Or is that too?
This is not good for the
long
stool
time.
that we can't say when the last time Nebraska's been a super regional. It's been a long time. You think it was 08?
I think it's 2008.
I didn't look it up yesterday. I was doing other things.
Breakers. 464 5685.
It's been a long time since they've been in a super regional. And I covered it, can't remember when it was. So it's been a long time. It's been so long I don't remember. How about that?
I mean, they had the impressive showing in Fayetteville. That was the regional though, when they lost to Arkansas, and Schwellenbach was awesome in that series, but Nebraska loses just close to Arkansas at the end. That was a regular regional. It wasn't a super.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a long time for Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What a job by Will Bolt.
Oh,
I think
incredible.
Yeah,
an incredible job by him.
Held the team together.
Held
right?
the team together. Could have just held it together.
And it wasn't. I want to emphasize something. It wasn't like they just came out of nowhere to win the Big Ten tournament. Yes, they were an 8 seed, but they had won 6 of their last 7 series. They've been playing pretty well. They started off with the injuries to Luke McConaughey. Excuse me,
Big Lake Mason.
Yeah, Mason Big Lake McConaughey had some injuries. And remember, guys, they had to go right out to start the season to USC and UCLA and didn't do well on the West Coast. Started 2-7 in the league.
That was rough.
Yeah. And then so it was kind of a battle to get to 500 the whole year. And a couple points here kind of you wrote them off a little bit. So what Bill is saying is right. You kind of wrote them off, but they didn't write themselves off.
I just can imagine sitting around just as a staff going like, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Now we're in regionals. We're Big Ten. Here's the difference.
Catch
Okay,
breaks.
let's just say that you end up being a team that finishes second in the Big Ten tournament, and you make the NCAA tournament. You go to regionals. That's cool. You don't get called back. 10 years from now, this team will get called back. They'll come out. They'll be on the field. They'll have a big deal. They'll have their Big Ten championship rings on, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal. They have a conference championship, and that's a big deal. If you just come back, finish second, you end up going to the NCAA tournament, and you lose in regionals.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. You're not like no one's like losing their mind when you have a championship.
Yeah.
Championship, because that if you think back right now, what is the thing that is eluding football? Was it 98? Is that the last year
of what
for the last
conference title?
99.
Yeah,
somewhere in that.
Yeah.
Yes,
99.
99.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a long time.
99.
That's a long time.
99.
I know. So now you've had the baseball team has regular season championship. 2 conference. If they won more than that, they're more than the 2. I wasn't here.
Under Will, they've won 2. They definitely won a conference title with Erstad. Don't know.
If the Big 12 they won, correct? In the Big 12 they won.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
obviously. But my point is like that in the Big 10, that's pretty incredible.
Yes. Yeah, Will has won back-to-back Big Ten tournaments. He also has a regular season title. Yeah,
that's the difference.
I know.
He has the regular season title in there. That means he did it for the whole year, and they didn't just have a one-off. Because right now, you said you can have a one bad game, and all of a sudden everything's just over.
No, I got you. No, Will's resume just looks a lot different right now, just because of what just happened. If you only make the NCAA tournament 2 times in 5 years, that's not probably what you want, right?
Yeah.
But 3 times in 5 years, okay, we'll take that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Now, I think about this for basketball for a second. A program that has had very, very, very minimal success. One conference, they won the tournament title in what, 96? Is that right?
About that.
The Big 8. Was that Big 8 or was Big 8?
It was Big 8. It's 100% Big 8.
They've won
Big 8
in Kansas City.
They've won the conference tournament 1 time. Now, if that team ever were to go on a run and win the Big 10 tournament, it'd be pandemonium here. Pandemonium. Yes. Be chaos. I would lead the chaos probably.
Could you imagine
parade down the street?
Imagine what would he wear? The quarter zip?
Oh yeah, you know which one.
He'd come in with the quarter
the
zip
juvenile one.
The juvenile quarter zip. He'd come in
uncontrollable.
It'd be uncontrollable. Jake Sorensen would be completely
peacocking around here.
He would be. That would be unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, maybe
I can dream though. I can dream.
100% you can dream. But Will doesn't dream.
He just does it.
Rob Childress, Will Bolt.
Really bums me out about ESPN Plus.
I don't
have the ability to get ESPN Plus.
You do have the ability.
Well, I do. But yeah, it'll be hard for me. That'll be a hard one.
I know, me too. I got you. I don't know what to do on that.
Or you got to pay for Peacock. We got to pay for ESPN Plus now to get.
What do you think that
is?
Phil,
Phil, if you're having the game, let us know.
What would you say?
I looked it up the other day because Nebraska softball was still on ESPN Plus, but there's something else on ESPN2 prior to it. I was trying to look
$5.95.
No, I think more than that. It was like $12-13 a month. I thought it was not cheap at all.
No, thank you. And so So what do? You get it and then cancel it?
I didn't see the terms of how long you have to have it for. If it's just 1 month and you're done, I don't know.
Can we get the game on radio? That's my question.
Yes, you can. 100%. Ben McLaughlin and the gang.
Yes. Nick Handley.
Nick Handley.
Yes. They'll call it for the Husker Sports Network.
And they're good. So that's probably the route you take.
That'll be the route I take.
Is there a tracking device you can do it on?
I bet there is.
A phone, you mean?
Yes, a phone.
What else besides a phone do you track?
Oh, no, you do. You know what you do? You track the beat writers. The beat writers give you the play-by-play. That's what
you. If you guys want, I'll ask Rick. If I can get Rick post Rick McManigle's number, he'd be glad to probably update people.
I want
maybe
his
I'll just go up to Lynch.
You have to Lynch.
Yes, he's up to Lynch with my computer. Sit by McManigle.
McManigle.
What's the update?
Yes.
East Lincoln West.
Sit by him.
West says if you have Hulu, ESPN Plus comes with that. Apparently, that is news to me.
Wait a second.
Per East Lincoln,
I do have Hulu.
And you're going to update us then.
Yeah, well, I'm in business.
Can someone confirm that East Lincoln West says if you have Hulu, ESPN Plus comes with it? That is surprising to me.
I wonder if he's right about
Corey Lincoln says there's a package with Hulu that has Disney and ESPN Plus. It's like $12 a month. I might be grandfathered into that, he says.
See, now we're getting mixed.
Now we're
reports.
getting ooh.
Because East Lincoln West says it's part of it. Corey says there's a package
it's a bundle. It's a package. You got to pay extra for it then.
Imagine someone sitting down and talking to me about bundling something. What are the odds of me?
Deal with it.
Imagine me trying to figure that one out. Okay, we can bundle this. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's just
I'm not doing it.
OG Breaker says if you have Disney Plus and Hulu, you have ESPN Plus.
Okay.
There's so many different things happening right now. Which one is it?
I know.
Just call Rick McManigal and he will update you on with a text message on
Turn
what's
on
going
A&M radio.
Turn on
in your truck. I mean, you'll be fine.
Sanderson says correct. You can avoid all problems by going to the truck. Sanderson says he has Hulu and he has it. So I'm guessing he's got the bundle though. Sanderson.
Sandy weighing in?
Sanderson's got Hulu. He can watch the game on ESPN Plus.
Sandy's weighing in this morning.
Yeah.
Heyman, East Lincoln West, Corey. Wow. Those are all talk about statues.
What a weekend.
The guys are back. We're back for the duration of the week, right?
Yes.
We'll all be here till Friday.
Yes, we will.
You'll be here?
Yes, I'm here the whole week.
Dr. Love will be in the
studio.
shop.
Yes.
I'm here the whole week.
Third
Dr.
person.
Love will be
Dr. Love, really
He has to
appreciate your
speak in
questions.
third person
Hold
again.
it. You just talk in third person. Just kind of got locked up there. I don't know what happened and took
That
off.
needs to keep happening.
Dr. Love started talking in third person. God, that was amazing.
Before we get to
I want to
break-
hear Dr. Love talk in third person way more.
No.
I do.
He might make an appearance.
Okay,
There's
thank
a
you.
chance.
And Dr. Love needs to appear at Ruhlman's on June 25th.
Are we gonna have one
we have a
question?
segment?
We'll have one segment,
we'll take
maybe.
a segment.
We'll talk to Rick. Maybe we have a couple come up and get a little couch.
Yeah.
And just come up and talk to us about some things they're going through.
We can
Yeah.
do that.
It's going to have to happen. It's
Have
required.
a red couch.
Red couch.
Yeah,
Yes.
a red couch.
Phil, let us know.
On a platform, a raised platform. And then you can get into that weird
I'd like
voice.
maybe have the question and maybe have you read it.
Okay.
Have you be the one?
Have you?
Have a little note card.
It's a good idea.
This is
Dr. Love.
This is Tom and Patty, and they're going through some things.
Yes, let's address this, Dr. Love.
Uh,
Dr. William Love.
Before we get to break, the 3 words you don't want to hear in IT are what, Bill? I've been hacked.
Oh, God. God almighty.
Shiver down the spine. Don't want that. Now, if you want to avoid being hacked, there's a way to do that. You call our friends
Ransom.
Applied Connective Technologies. They're in
Ultimate
all 93 counties of the state with a 99% retention rate. They handle all things IT, cybersecurity, and more. It's a one-stop shop. So stop looking around and go to Applied Connective Technologies.
Why would you look around?
I don't know why you would.
You
AppliedConnective.com.
problem.
Free
Yeah.
consultation. That is a you problem.
It's a you
Free
problem.
consultation. AppliedConnective.com.
Can you imagine when all of a sudden you get that email for like, hey, we've hacked in and here's the ransom number. And it's like, hang on a second. All of a sudden, Will says, you just shoot a little message off to Will. It's handled. How about that one?
Jeez.
How great would you feel?
That good?
Imagine sitting there just telling everybody, calm down for about 2 or 3 minutes. Will's been notified. Will handle it. And we'll be back up and running. If you guys want,
small fee.
If you guys want, get a cinnamon roll, get some coffee.
Yep.
Come back to your desk. Everything will be great. Will's got it.
God wants ransom.
Yeah. Joke.
AppliedConnective.com. By the way, Phil Ruhlman chimes in on YouTube. Says,
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Dr. Love at Ruhlman's, Red Couch. We can do that.
All right, here
Making
we go.
things happen.
Things just got real. Things got real. And it's sold out.
It is
in
sold
2
out.
days, sold out.
Listen to Phil.
Yeah.
Phil, thanks again. Phil,
Thank
you're
you.
listening. Thanks again for your treatment of trips.
Well, Phil, let us know. I think Phil be meeting people at the door.
You
I
know
wonder.
he will.
But he will.
It's a great ambassador.
Yeah.
It's a great ambassador. A red couch. I envision a red love seat, just 2-seater, velvety red.
Velvet for sure. If it's not velvet, I'm not doing it.
Okay, doctor.
When we come back, is James Franklin a traitor to
Jeez.
Penn State? Discuss that next in Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers throughout the day with patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies and a high near 62. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies, calm winds, a low around 50. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, mainly cloudy with a high near 70. I'm meteorologist Scott after 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work?
I am.
Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency.
Finance.
A Sandhills global company. They offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. They also have a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today.
Also, the thing to remember with this incredible setup is that with Currency is that you can take any of the half day off. So if all of a sudden Wednesday's your golf league, Jake, or Monday's your golf league, Monday afternoon, you're off. That's your time. 7 paid weeks of vacation. Wow. 7 paid weeks of vacation. And guess when it starts? Year 1.
Yeah, really?
Year 1. Yeah, it's not like, well, hey, listen, you got to work 9 years to get to this benefit. No, year 1.
And we'll throw in a ham.
We'll throw in a ham. Spiral.
Spiral ham. Is there a bone in that ham?
I believe there is. It's a
John,
bone.
me and John had this conversation. He indicated there's a bone that the meat falls right off of.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that right?
Schaefer went out and picked it up, and he said it was the most organized situation he's ever seen.
Where did he go?
What's that? Sandhills Global. Out to they went on campus out there right by down the hatch, and went out there and like I said, this is the place. That's where they're going. Here's the thing. Also, you better get on it. Talking to Carson Schott, they are getting a lot of applications. This thing's going to fill up. It's not like also like, yeah, I'll get to it. Don't do that. Don't wait around. Will Bolt didn't wait around.
No, he did.
He didn't wait around. You know what he did? Got his team right. Won the Big Ten tournament. Get yourself right. Get out there as soon as possible.
Yep. What's it called again?
It's gocurrency.com/careers. The company Currency website, gocurrency.com/careers. And Carson Schott confirmed the ham also. He confirmed
Carson Schott.
Confirmed the ham.
Carson Schott, the former Husker.
One
the
of the
CEO of 1890. He's doing well. Currency as well.
Yeah, he's kind of running things a lot. He went from being an incredible player at Nebraska to now doing this. He runs all the 1890 oversees
with Matt.
Yeah, when he oversees everything. Imagine when they sit down in the boardroom, Carson Schott's he's third. He's sitting there in third in a suit and tie.
Ian Davison just working arm in arm.
Yes.
Sanderson says, I cooked a spiral ham yesterday.
No, you didn't.
Can confirm bone in.
Thank you.
It's Sanderson.
It's kind of a sweet taste. It's kind of a sweet.
All the gang's with us today.
Yes, everyone's here.
Sandy, Corey, East Lincoln West. Name a few others.
Beef tacos.
Beef tacos, WB.
Wet blankets.
That's all we have is 8 listeners.
I thought it was 12. Something like that.
Anyway, things are going. It's Tuesday after Memorial Day, and
yes,
we're rolling.
We are.
We are here for the duration for Husker Nation.
It rhymed. It's a headline.
You've been waiting for that for how long?
Oh,
you've been waiting.
You held back on us for that one. Come on.
One day.
One day.
Wow.
Come on. I could keep going if you want. No, I'll wait.
464-5685. Call or text as always. Saw this from over the weekend that we know Nebraska won the Big Ten baseball tournament, and Penn State was playing in the semis. They played Nebraska Saturday in Omaha, lost to Nebraska. But James Franklin, Penn State football coach, was seen supporting his old school. Vanderbilt he was there to watch
in the dugout.
In the dugout. He's friends with the head coach, Tim Corbin, from his time at Vanderbilt. Was it 1 or 2 seasons there at Vandy? He wasn't there very long.
No, he was there for
How long
multiple
was
seasons.
Franklin there?
I'll say 3.
3 seasons.
I'll look it up. You keep
And well,
talking.
regardless, he's been
I'll
gone.
look it up, Bill.
He's been gone for I believe
what would
9
you-
years at this point.
What would you
10 years.
guess? I guess 4 years.
I'd guess about 4 years. I
Okay.
would guess.
Well, he's
Probably
been
3 or 4.
he's been at
probably.
Penn State for 10 plus years at this point. Is that right?
Agreed.
And he was seen in the dugout with Vanderbilt, as of course they're now the number one overall seed in the tournament. But I didn't see a lot of flare up from Penn State fans. I saw this was posted on CBS Sports and ESPN, so people thought it was somewhat of a story. But any issue with a coach who's been at a school for 10 years or so going to support a former school, a friend of his, in the dugout at Vanderbilt? Any issues with that at all? Is it weird? Is it weird,
Well,
at least? Is it a little weird?
There's a couple things with it. One, the timing of both teams playing at the same time.
Yep.
That's what adds up. Because you remember there has been numerous times where Roy Williams has been very front and center supporting Kansas when he was at North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah, I think he was in Kansas gear, I believe, at a game.
Don't like that.
I'm not sure, but
weird.
but he was very now. But at the same time, obviously his team wasn't playing, and it was actually a place that he coached that sport at that game. That's a little different. So with Penn State playing at the same time that he's in
The chance to go to the tournament still.
yeah, chance to go to the tournament, that's a little bit odd. And then did you say he was in the dugout?
Yes.
He was in the Vanderbilt
100% in the dugout. I saw it on TikTok.
Did he have Vandy gear on?
He had white shorts and I'd say a dark polo. Not Penn State colors. No, not Penn State.
So in the right away, the part that would be weird for me is that if all of a sudden we're watching, Nebraska baseball and there's somebody in the dugout, you're like going, okay, I would want no one around my players that aren't normally around my players during an SEC tournament game.
That's kind of weird.
I'd be like, no, this is a sacred
Absolutely.
area.
Yes,
This
it
is the dugout. To me, the dugout is way more sacred than the sideline, because the sideline, they give you that cutoff at about the 25 or 30-yard line, and people can be on the sideline and they're at the 10-yard line, and they're out of it. You're down there, and they're not affecting anything. No players you have any idea they're even there.
You're right.
But when you go into a dugout, that's different to me.
Okay, now hold on. So you said he came up from Destin.
So here is the story: is that he's vacationing in Destin.
Why does he have a home there? Is my question.
Probably in what's a place called Destin Watercolor. There's kind of an area.
I think something like that.
A lot of coaches
there.
So
that's very normal.
He checked the schedule to make the drive from Destin over to Hoover, Alabama, to watch this
close by.
But he had planned to make the drive to specifically watch Vanderbilt and be in the dugout with Vanderbilt.
Come on, this is largely a non-story. It's just
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's largely a non-story. It's just not the greatest look, I suppose. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know where I come down on it. If I was his friend, I might tell him, do you got to go to the dugout?
The dugout is that I think that is so different than the sideline outside of the designated players box.
What if you were just sitting in the stands?
I would say
it's not a problem.
Almost a non-story.
This is close enough to a non-story.
Close enough to a non-story now.
Yeah.
That makes it a triple non-story. It's like, hey, listen, I was in driving distance. I just drove over and got a ticket.
My wife.
Got a ticket and watched. I didn't even tell him I was coming.
Yeah.
Didn't even tell him I was coming. But to be in the dugout, there's a lot of background work to get it done. You don't show up in an SEC, all of a sudden come whipping in there.
God, this is an interesting conversation to me, because I used to watch Nebraska baseball from the well by the dugout. I didn't like watching it up in the press box because you can't hear anything, and I don't know, you can't see I would go down like I was like in the well, this is why I'm raising this, because I was right in the dugout practically. There's a couple of times where I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, there's a dugout bathroom. Yeah. Do I go in there and use the dugout bathroom? No, don't do that.
No.
Players are in there. I mean, they would see, the little reporter walk in there. No, can't do that. It's tempting.
Yeah.
But no, as far as James Franklin goes, kind of a non-story, just not a. What if Matt Rule was at a Temple baseball game?
Or Baylor.
Yeah.
In the dugout.
In the dugout. We'd be like,
I think this fan base would not like that very much.
In the
not
dugout.
like it, maybe.
Well,
maybe,
Nebraska was playing in the semis.
Right. So Nebraska and the tournament that they won.
You'd be
you'd be like, not great.
Yeah. And it'd be a way more of a story for us, but it'd be a non-story for other people. It'd be a way.
Would it be a story for us even?
I think people.
Yeah,
would,
it'd be. I would say this was probably more.
I'm contemplating it.
This would have been more discussed on Penn State radio this morning.
You think so?
This would have been at a higher. It wouldn't have been a bunch of like, I don't even care, don't even talk about it. It would have been talked about.
Partially because he's a lightning rod, right?
Yeah. And I think the dugout is what makes if he was just at the game, I don't know if it's even discussed. Or if someone came up to him like that, when I drove a couple hours over here to catch a game, and no one's like, well, why are you not watching Penn State in the semis? Well, people don't do that. People show up. You'll see a lot of football coaches show up to the College World Series. There'll be a bunch that show up to this, and so when they get rolling, also they're in the finals. You'll see head football coaches show up to watch their team. If Old Miss is in the finals, Lane Kiffin is going to be here.
Here comes the
type
lunch
of thing.
Yeah,
those things are going to happen. But the semis of the Big Ten tournament, I don't see that being like, why are you not there? And why he's there makes sense. The dugout makes it a little odd.
Oh, I don't know if people on the text understand why you guys talking about this. I know this.
They are.
When I saw it on TikTok, and my thought was, ooh, not a good look. Why it's James Franklin, and James Franklin too. He's Mr. Serious. He was standing there with his arms folded like he was coaching. Like, okay, it's a little much. And I thought, not good, not a good look. I didn't know I didn't even know we were going to discuss it. I didn't. I was sort of.
But like you posed though, if Matt Rule hypothetically was at a dugout of a different team, this fan base would see that.
Hold on,
and they would discuss that. It'd be problematic.
It would be discussed.
Hold on, set the scenario. If he were at the dugout, let's say Sunday, when Nebraska was playing for it all, and he was at
a different school.
If Baylor were playing in Arlington, Texas, in the Big 12,
and he was in that dugout instead of here, that'd be a big problem.
Not a good look. What if he had Nebraska gear on?
Do you think Baylor would allow that in their dugout?
No.
They'd say, hey, you can be in the dugout, you just can't wear Nebraska gear.
He's friends with James is friends with Corbin, though. Longtime friends.
My deal would be, it would be just the other way. First of all, if I was going to watch the game and give James Franklin credit for however their relationship, but it must be really tight.
Yeah.
If I was going to go to the game, I would never ask to be in the dugout. I would be like, I do not want to be a problem. Because once you go in the dugout, you are a story.
Don't you think Franklin's smart enough to know that?
But you are a story. He's like you say, he's a lightning rod.
So is he trying to make a story?
He's James Franklin. He's in the dugout. I'd be like, hey, come to the game, FYI. Would never even think about, hey, real quick though, any chance I can get in the dugout? I'd feel so awkward being in the dugout around these guys. The players are looking around because those guys know who he is.
That's James Franklin in it.
Yeah, why is James Franklin? What's he in our
dugout?
friends
with a football coach.
We're trying to win the SEC tournament. It's a really big deal for us. It's a really big deal. And all of a sudden, the head football coach for Penn State's in here with us.
James was at Vandy for 3 years. 6 and 7. Jeez, I mean,
unbelievable though.
6 and 7, 9 and 4, 9 and 4.
Yeah.
He did great work at Vanderbilt.
Yes, he did. No, here's the thing. James Franklin, I think, is smart enough to understand that when he goes into that dugout, it's a story.
Yeah.
The question is that what he wanted? Did he want this to be a story? Or would James come on this show and say, hey, guys, you're overdoing this completely. I just went in a dugout to support my friend. Why are you talking about? Would he say that?
I'm sure that would be the answer.
Yeah.
We'll see if he follows up with that this week if he's asked about it at all. But he was in the dugout.
This week, will he?
I don't know if anybody asked him about he could be in different media settings or a phone call, interview.
Yeah.
I mean, Saban's a good friend with Kirby Smart. Imagine Saban just standing right next to Kirby during the SEC championship game on the sidelines. That'd be a story.
Yes.
Imagine just
yes, it would.
What's going on? Well,
why Saban stand next to Kirby?
Why Saban stand next to Kirby? He's just here to support.
Hey, Kirby, why are you letting him do that?
He has a headset on.
He's just here to support. That's all he's doing. He's standing right next to him. Is he up in the booth? No, he's actually right next to him. That's interesting.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
It is time to play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels. 2 bagels and Joe. Today's topic, current NFL running back colleges. What schools did these NFL running backs
Are you going
go
to give us the name of the running back?
I will.
Okay.
I need to know their school.
Just the school. We should be fine on this. Come on.
If you think you know your current NFL running back colleges, call
Jake's
us
going
up.
to try to stump us.
I'm not going to try to stump anybody. 464-5685. Shut up. Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Bill and Trivia. The lines have been jacked. I'm not sure what's happening. We will get a caller in a second. Saw a bunch of people call in, but we don't have a name yet.
You know what the danger of mentioning certain individuals is that are listening? Certain individuals will text you and say, "I'm listening too." Brad's listening, and Chris from the Baldwin Shop. Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening to us.
Kelly's here. She's been gone for 2 weeks.
She's back from
She
vacation.
doesn't work with us anymore. She
does, I think.
She's on her own.
She works for the
Are you
station.
back?
She's just not with the show.
Yes.
We have a line open because we had some issues. 402-464-5685.
What kind of issues?
I don't know. There's some issues. Yeah. Now they're blowing up here.
People are calling.
Yeah, people are calling in. Just getting back after Memorial Day, trying to get back in the groove a little bit, the routine.
Jake came in with a
Chick-fil-A quarter zip.
Chick-fil-A quarter zip.
All
Like
right.
he works the line.
Okay, we have JR. How do you feel about NFL running back colleges today?
Well, we'll see. We'll give it a shot.
All right, Bill, a lifeline for
let it play
Sip
out.
for one question as always. JR, first question to you. What school did Panthers running back Chuba Hubbard go to?
Oklahoma State.
Brilliant.
That's
I
correct.
was somewhat off on that, but I think I would have had it eventually.
I would not have.
1-0
I was
lead.
thinking
Wow,
SEC.
he nailed it.
Did he ever play in the SEC?
No. 1-0 lead for JR. Sip, first question. Bills in play. What school did Dolphins running back Devon Achane go to?
Bill, I don't know this.
I have a guess, but I don't.
I have a guess too. God, that's not an easy
What's a
one.
second round pick 2 or 3 years ago? 2 years ago.
Don't you can't write it down and show me. What's
I'm
your
not showing
percent?
you.
What's your percentage?
Say the name again.
Devon Achane.
The percentage that you know it is what?
26.
I'm not using you. I'm keeping you in my back pocket. TCU.
Do you want
What do
that
you think of
one,
TCU,
JR, or not?
Nope, I'm gonna pass.
That'd be Texas A&M for Devon Achane.
Didn't have it.
Oh, didn't know it.
No,
either.
didn't know
Big,
it.
big
Yep.
stats at A&M. 1-0 lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is for the win. JR, what school did Lions running back David Montgomery go to?
Iowa State.
Brilliant.
You won?
That's a 2-0 win. You guys didn't get your question right. He got both his right. JR, thanks for calling in. You win bagels
Iowa State.
and calling down the road.
Did you know that
play.
one?
Thanks, guys.
There we
Shut
go.
up, Sipple.
Whoa,
Whoa,
that was nice.
whoa. Did you know that one?
No.
Nor did I.
Iowa State's got a starting running back in the NFL.
They got 2 of them. Brees Hall and
Yeah,
David
Brees Hall.
Montgomery.
Think
They're
about
both
that.
pretty good, too.
That gives me a headache. Really?
And Brees
Ma-
Hall had to drive right through Lincoln to get to Iowa
Wichita,
State.
man.
Wichita. The
Well,
direct,
his
a direct line.
His
He had-
uncle's Jeff Smith.
Yeah, yes.
Bad miss there. What school did Cardinals running back James Conner go to?
Go ahead, 'cause I have no idea.
Pitt. God, we didn't know Montgomery. We didn't know Achane.
Achane.
Yeah.
And this is for Bill. How many players rushed for 1,000 plus yards last year in the NFL?
14.
Ooh,
Over under 14.
must say over?
It'd be 16.
Good number.
16 players
Good
over
number.
1,000 yards.
JR, congratulations. There's a Bagels and Joe up on 84th and I'm going to say Holdridge.
That's right. Also at 70th and 75th and Pioneers. There's one in Seward. There's one downtown at 14th and Q.
It's a lot.
Go down there and get your
And
business.
of course, the OG at 48th and Old Cheney. That's where the original one's at. So So
That's the original?
That's the OG. 48th and Old Cheney.
I love saying that. The OG.
That's the OG.
Because you are an
bagel
OG.
show.
We took an L today. Pretty bad one.
Yeah.
We didn't know Montgomery. We didn't know H-on.
We did not. This classic example didn't deserve to win. Had no idea.
H-on, I have no recollection
H-on.
whatsoever of him playing
No.
at A&M.
No idea.
He had good stats. Good player.
Like
Jay could be making it up, and I wouldn't know.
Hour 3
How
is
about
next.
running backs in the 70s, Jake? Let's see how that
That's
goes.
tomorrow.
Lydell Mitchell.
Hour 3 next.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G1877747, and G1965599.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere air seeder during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order Program. Take your seeding performance to the next level with John Deere's advanced air seeding technology. Achieve precise seed and fertilizer placement, optimize emergence, and cover more acres with less downtime. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order Program. Contact your Landmark Implement for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late.
It's time for Early Break, presented by Nebco. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 3 sponsored by our friends at Nebco, now hiring at Ready Mixed Concrete. Check out the website at nebcoinc.com to apply today. Ellie's in the house. Haven't seen Ellie for a couple weeks.
What's the deal here?
Well, she works here now. She's our promotions manager.
She runs the ticket.
She's here. Be 8 to 5.
She is
daily.
She's boots on the ground. When I say run the ticket, she's here doing a little bit of everything.
Ellie Apfel, who was our producer for a period.
Yes, used to rate the song of the day.
Now has moved into a full-time role, and she is here for her first day, which is not a small thing. If you remember your first job, which I remember like it was yesterday.
Which was?
The Grand Island Independent. And going in there for the first time and the nerves. I don't think she's particularly nervous. I was really nervous. But
did you have a satchel?
Ooh, good question.
What'd you have?
I don't think I had a satchel.
No satchel?
No. It was 1990.
Okay, I thought we had a satchel.
No, I didn't have anything in particular.
Did you have a little desk?
Yes.
Did you?
Did have a little desk in the middle of the newsroom at the Grand Island Independent, kind of downtownish, right off of downtown. The right across the street was the Knights of the Round Table Bar, and that was fun.
Do you recall your first story you had to cover at the GI Independent?
No, I don't. I was a horse racing writer. That was my main. That was my beat. I would go over to Fawner. You know, when Fawner was running, I was there every day. Got in some trouble once. Kicked out. I got locked in the press box. And I had to kick out a window to get out. The next day, the general manager was at the Independent saying, "Hey, I don't know what you did here, but we got to figure this out." He kicked out the window. I mean, I kicked out.
So
a
when
little
you kicked
window.
it out, you didn't bother telling anybody, "Hey, here's what happened."
Here's what happened.
How'd you get stuck?
No, it's a little more complicated. It's a little more complicated than that. It was the big race. It was $100,000 race, and I was up there later because I was writing my story. And by the time I got done, everybody was gone. Now the press box would go out on. It's a little different than I portrayed it. I could walk out of the press box, but I couldn't get to the main area because it was on top of the roof, and there was another door to get to get to the main area to get out to the exit. I couldn't get out, but there were these small window panes. They were really small too. I thought, I don't even know if I can get through there, but I got to try. I just kicked it out. And it was just, I had to crawl through a small little window pane. And then they figured out that it was me. And it was a mine. It wasn't. Hugh Minor, I think, could still be the GM there. Hugh was a big deal in Grand Island. So when Hugh materialized,
when he showed up
at the Grand Island Independent,
when you looked up and looked over and he was there, you just start fake typing. You just start,
they're coming for me.
No, as they start walking towards you and you're acting like you had the phone under one ear, kind of like that.
No, I met it head on.
Yeah.
I went up to him and we kind of knew there was an understanding.
There's an understanding.
There's going to have to be an issue here to be dealt with.
Didn't think about getting ahead of it at all, like letting someone know, hey.
Well, Bill, it was a Sunday night. It was a Sunday evening, I believe. It could have been. It was it may have been Saturday actually, but this was Monday morning. I didn't know what to do, frankly.
Youth, yes,
yeah. It was just. But I will say this though. I think it probably crossed my mind that this would go unnoticed because it was a small pane of glass, and there were several of them, and I just kicked out one.
It's been interesting to see if it had been out the whole year as you walk by every time, like looking like they're going to catch me. They're going to catch me.
I can remember actually being kind of half terrified. Like, what am I going to do? I mean, I'm up here. It's kind of rainy.
You're caught. You're
and
stuck.
I don't know. I don't think there were cell phones in 1990.
No.
I was just kind of stuck. I mean,
Not
a
bad-
trench
not bad
coat on. I
times.
used to wear this trench. You would have laughed. I don't know why back in that time I would wear this trench coat.
That was your
We need to see
scoop.
We need picture evidence.
Scoop.
Yeah.
It's really embarrassing. When I think back, I don't know why I was wearing that thing, but I was wearing it. I had to take that thing off and push it through.
Oh my God.
I mean, this was a small area to climb through.
Yeah.
Like you almost had to be like a raccoon to get through it, but I got through it somehow.
Wow.
There you go.
It's a great story.
No, it's great.
Thank you for that.
Idle
Sid.
chit chat.
A lot of great.
By the way,
Island stories.
Big Ty says, I remember when you were a reporter in GI. Big Ty has memories of that
Big
back in
Ty.
1990
Yeah.
on the
Big Ty.
text line.
Grand
Well,
Island.
I'm going to look some articles up because I had young Ben find you and you wrote.
You can look
to the DN.
You can look up articles.
Yeah.
I always would laugh in Grand Island. Sometimes you'd run across. I thought this was funny. I shouldn't say it, but I would be like, "Oh, what do you do?" I work at the Grand Island Independent. And they go, "Oh, you work at the Grand Island Daily Disappointment?" I thought it was funny.
Wow.
That was my first job.
By the way, from YouTube, Scott says Hugh Minor passed away in October of last year.
Oh,
not still the GM at the Bonnet Park.
He was a great man. I mean, a great man, and he was like a huge staple of Grand Island. When he came into
Thank
the
you for
newsroom,
letting us know that.
yeah, when he came into the newsroom,
Yeah.
it was like, oh God, Hugh Minor's here. I mean, that was a big deal. Big deal. Big dude.
402-464-5685. Call or text as
Sorry.
always. I saw this from Sean Callahan on 3.
Hut.
I was reading his weekly rundown as we get ahead for the week.
Yeah, I read this too. I didn't know what are you getting at?
What do you
Well,
got, Jake?
I'm just apparently on Thursday we're going to hear some schedule notes for Nebraska football, some game times. People love game times, getting that stuff in May and June makes the season get closer and closer.
TV games?
Yes, TV games.
Yeah.
So we all last year Nebraska played at Iowa.
TV, by
Nebraska
the way.
played at Iowa last year. We all know that. I was at the game. It was cold. Nebraska lost 13-10.
You were taking
But
guff.
I was taking
Yes.
guff, but it was a primetime game. And Sean wrote on the for Husker Online that there's potential that could be a primetime game here again in Lincoln. We've not seen Nebraska Iowa's primetime besides last year ever. It's been a 2:30 game. It's been 11. It's been 1. I think it's been 3 or 3:30 the year that Bill went out in 2022. I think it was like a 3 o'clock game.
Something like that. Yeah,
We've not
Felt like a night game.
It
I
felt-
know,
it felt like a
a night game because by the time even halftime hit, it was dark.
Dark.
Yeah.
If I'm asking fans, would they prefer that game on Black Friday to be a primetime night game? What is the perfect game time for Nebraska Iowa?
For me, perfect time is game time is for this one.
Yeah.
It'd be 3.
3.
That's what I would like because it's late afternoon. It still has that vibe of a night game over at 7 rather than just a complete prime time. Second is prime time. third, obviously, is the
You like
death
11
blow.
It's
of
at 11 all the
a.m.
time. It feels like it's almost always at 11.
So no, that would be. But if someone said, are you happy with that? I would be. Yeah, if I'm playing in that game, I'd love to play in that
I
game.
wish I had the article in front of me.
I'll pull it up right now.
There's an NFL game
Yes,
early.
it's Bears and
Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Bears and Eagles, I want to say that's an 11 a.m. game. I
think it was 2 o'clock.
Oh, God. Yeah, get that article pulled up. I should have. I did look at the rundown, and I did read that article. It didn't really resonate with me. Sean is all about kickoff times. I mean, and he understands TV better than Roone Arledge himself. I mean, I don't, you know what? I grew up and I never really paid that much attention to it. My feeling is always, okay, there's a time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on NBC. Okay.
Yeah, I'm infatuated with it.
You are too. So
Yes.
you and Sean would have great conversations.
Yeah, I'm infatuated
He
with the
thinks
time.
about it all the time. He does. I don't. I've never been infatuated. I'm not uninfatuated. I'm just benign. I mean, it doesn't.
Here's what Sean writes for Husker Online. It says, we know Nebraska's kickoff time for the opener at Arrowhead on August 28th. It's 8 p.m. on ESPN.
Late.
We should know kickoff times for Akron, Houston Christian, Iowa, and any potential Friday night Fox games this Thursday. He says, I'll be curious to see if NBC airs Nebraska and Iowa again in prime time for the second year in a row. The Bears play the Eagles on Black Friday on Amazon Prime this year at 2 p.m. Central Time.
You were right. I was wrong.
So
2 p.m.
expect there to be an 11 a.m. CBS and 6:30 p.m. NBC window for the Big Ten again on Black Friday. The Big Ten has not announced a second Black Friday game with the Huskers and Hawkeyes.
So it could be 11 a.m.
Could be 11 a.m., which would make Bill sad and most fans sad post-Thanksgiving.
Yeah, post-Thanksgiving to get going. It's like, yeah, give it some
No, you're
time.
right. No, this
give it
is
some
not
time.
good.
Let it marinate a little bit.
This is not. Listen, this is a case where I would say not great if it's 11 a.m.
So
Not
are you
great.
telling me there's no other college games on? Because the chance of me to watching the Eagles-Bears on Amazon Prime is like 2%.
There's always a few games. It's not a massive slate on Friday. There's got to be something.
Yeah, I would think there is.
Sean also said the jury's still out. Will Nebraska have a Friday night game in 2025? He says by Thursday we'll know if Nebraska will play on a Friday. Of course, they played Illinois at home last year. 4.21 million viewers, which is by far the most of any Fox Friday night game. He says one would assume Nebraska would draw another Friday game, but nothing has been leaked.
And he
Road
goes
game.
on to say in that column that he believes that Nebraska would not play a home Friday night game this year.
Yes.
That won't
He
happen.
says maybe Minnesota, Maryland, or UCLA on the road would be potential Friday night games.
Minnesota, Maryland, or UCLA on the road on Friday night. They'll play on a Friday night, right? Nebraska.
Well, they get good views.
I would
high
imagine.
views.
What would- Minnesota,
Maryland, UCLA
are the potential road
Those
games.
seem like potential ones.
doesn't stir me up much. Minnesota does a little bit. But UCLA on a Friday night, that means that game will kick off about 5 o'clock their time. There'll be 4,000 people there. And maybe 8,000 and 7,000 will be from Nebraska. I mean, California's for Nebraska
Not a
fans
lot of
there.
people.
Maryland, no.
What if UCLA's rolling, though?
Well, they have an interest with the quarterback, obviously. But no, they won't be rolling. No.
What if they are rolling?
UCLA does not, I mean, not rolling. They will not pack the house. They'll have to be undefeated. They'll have to be just absolutely rolling, because I'm just telling you, to get to the Rose Bowl on a Friday, imagine trying to get there at Friday at 5. Let's try that one out. Let's try that one out.
Sounds horrible.
You know,
Not good.
no, which is an advantage for Nebraska, because it's like, okay, there's no crowd effect. Actually, your crowd will be louder. I've been there before at UCLA. I coached there, like, was it 91 or something we played out there? There was like 25,000 Nebraska fans there. There was an insane number from Arizona / California for Nebraska. There's a lot of fans there. There'll be some Nebraska fans, but that doesn't fire you up too much as far as, like, just imagine what did they enjoy about the game last year between Illinois and Nebraska? The setting, 90,000 people, right?
Yeah, it was packed.
It was an incredible setting. Imagine also they pan out from the Rose Bowl and they just see 1,000 people at the game. It's gonna.
They won't pan out.
Just don't pan out there.
That
show them.
That drew Nebraska, Illinois
4.21 million.
That was by far the most.
far, yeah. Second closest was 2.84 Oregon, and
For a Big Ten game on a Friday night.
Yeah. Michigan State, Oregon was the second most at 2.84 million. 4.21 for Nebraska, Illinois.
That's
a big difference.
But just think about that. This thing with the other game, what interest do you have right now? Right, last year in the Oregon-Michigan State game, that was a yawner too. It's like, okay, this will be fun to watch.
Michigan State guys, I had to do some research on them for a story. No, they don't have much. They don't have much. They don't have much at all. It's the guy I was talking to, that, the sports writer out there, Bill Comparononi or something like that is his name. He's been working out there. He's my age. He said they don't have an all Big Ten player. He said no, they don't have one. There's not an all Big Ten player on the roster.
They're all freshmen and sophomores, right?
Well, there's 61 first and second year players on the roster. First 61.
But they don't move the needle. They don't do that. But
Michigan
Minnesota
State does not move the needle at Michigan State. He said the last game they played against Rutgers at home last year, he said they probably announced it 20,000 or 20 plus. He said there's 6,000 people at the end of the game. They're not moving the needle. There's an issue up there. There's not a lot of interest. If you're Jonathan Smith, it's a problem. It would be a problem. You got to win now.
6,000 people.
Think about it.
The only game that adds up at all is Minnesota, Nebraska. For
on a Friday night.
Friday.
Maryland doesn't do it for you.
Isn't Maryland picked dead last?
They're at 17th of 18.
That would be now.
Purdue's last.
Tell me that wouldn't be a bummer for Nebraska.
Be a bummer for Nebraska to go out. Either way you play, Maryland's kind of a beat down stadium.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Even when it's light, it's dark.
Exactly. When the sun's up, it's like
still dark.
2 hours and it's going to be completely dark.
Right. That was weird. That place is weird. Minnesota moves the needle, right?
Yeah. So that'd be the one. And that'd be a good game for. I think Minnesota would like that also.
Nebraska played Minnesota on a Thursday to begin the season.
It's a good
2 years
atmosphere.
ago.
Yeah. 2 years ago.
Matt Rule's first game. They lose with Jeff Sims at quarterback.
But even that, it'll be a good crowd. It won't be nuts.
It was nuts the last time. It was packed. I don't know. Minnesota's hit a little hit and miss maybe.
It doesn't take much. The two end zones hold like
it's big, not a big stadium.
What's the place hold? 40-some thousand?
I'm gonna say
Wait, I don't know the capacity.
I remember seeing it for the first time, and my first thought was, "This is a handsome stadium when they build onto it." I mean, it's really small when you walk.
The one end zone, I know what end zone it is like that, but literally the balls just fly out of the stadium. I want you to imagine when you kick an extra point, it goes out of the stadium.
It's a handsome little stadium.
Doesn't happen. I agreed with that. I do. It's just odd when you're in a Big Ten stadium and you see the end zone. And it's only like 4 rows deep.
I do like it. You can see cars driving by.
People driving by. That's also that freaked me out too. Well, I guess Nebraska's similar because you drive pretty close to it. So
you do.
But at Northwestern, they'd always show this. They'd always show the scoreboard, like the whatever. They always go from the field and then show this. And every time they show the scoreboard, there's cars driving underneath it. That just freaked me out. That most places that does not happen.
No,
most places
doesn't happen in Ohio State.
No, all of a sudden it's to see a car driving by within just whisking by during the game at 40 miles an hour. It's not even slow. There's no traffic. There's not even traffic.
Very odd.
Before we get to break,
Please.
It is summertime, but it is still speaker season year round.
Oh, speaker!
Are you kidding me?
It's speaker season year round, and if you have an event that you're trying to get a speaker for, there's a great place to go to. That's Mid-America Speakers Bureau. It's MidAmericaSB.com. Tyler Carlson, based out of Central City. And Bill, you work with Tyler closely.
Work with him directly. Emailed him yesterday.
You did.
He hit me up yesterday with an event that we've got worked out that I'll be speaking at. And it's just pure heaven when that happens. But the heaven part of it is this. This is for those that are hiring. Those that are hiring speakers, the place to reach out to. Because you just have, the number of events that people are looking for, and then he has every category. What are you looking for? We have 12 in that category. What are you looking for? It's not all just motivational. It's not all this. There's all different avenues of what he has, and they're all up on the website, able to view everything, and then you're able to deal. And guess who you deal with? Directly with Tyler. I'm talking on the phone, not just text, email stuff. You'll talk to him live. So if you need a speaker,
really,
that's who you're reaching out
Tyler
to.
Answers the phone.
He answers the phone. He runs the place. One-stop shop.
Get a speaker.
They went from 7 speakers to 85, but by extreme vetting process to do that.
Oh, it's real.
That's just random people speaking.
I called up one time and I said, I'd like to be on that bureau thing. And he's like, that'd be great, Bill. That's great. That's awesome. You want to do this. It'll take us it's like a year before I was even considered to even be close to it. But that he taught me something. It's like, hey, this is not how we operate. Everyone is vetted extremely well. And like I said, it's been nothing but pure heaven on both sides. So you have anticipation.
I want pure heaven.
Yes. You want to be a speaker? Great. Contact him. You want to hire speakers? This is where it really hits because it's so hard. Like I said, people randomly start asking people, you know of anybody? You're sitting around in a small group. Hey, we need to have someone come talk to us about this.
Then it gets awkward with money.
Yeah.
They handle all
They
that.
work with the budgets.
He has the budget. He's the budget man.
So he's like a go-between.
He's
middleman,
top guy man.
Yep.
Every man there is. He's it. Yes.
Mid-America Speakers Bureau, the website, midamericasb.com. When we come back, we didn't have Mozzarella Monday.
What?
Because we were off, so it's Mozzarella Tuesday.
Are you kidding me?
Best of the weekend. Texas 464-5685. That's next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Looking to upgrade your baler this hay season? During the month of May, get 3.9% fixed rate for up to 60 months on used balers and windrowers at Landmark Implement. When you purchase pre-owned hay equipment at Landmark, know you're backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. Shop all used hay equipment online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark dealer to experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers throughout the day with patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies and a high near 62. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies, calm winds, a low around 50. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, mainly cloudy with a high near 70. I'm meteorologist after 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try a pesto BLT or a pizza bagel for lunch. Also, enjoy a new energy fusion drink in a variety of flavors and get a caramel latte with 10% of all sales going to the Hope Venture. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
We're on the air.
Back. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you were smart and added your Halo custom lights to your house, you could have had red, white, blue lights all weekend long for Memorial Day. We had that going on.
So
Bill.
did we.
I
And
knew
they
you
were
smart
on
man.
last night, and they looked great.
It's just,
Did you stop and admire?
I did. I just stopped in my, and then the whole neighborhood that has the Halo lights also were, I think, exclusively red, white, and blue. It was.
I think you had to be. If you weren't, that's just no.
It's on you.
That's a you
See,
problem.
it's a you problem. And there's no, that's one thing. How about that? Halo lights, how many problems you have? None. No problems. Life-changing experience. Probably the most, and they said, comes on automatically, change it with your phone.
App.
Lights up, app. And here's the deal. So I talked to Josh McGuire from Neiman Brothers.
He was at
he
your
said,
party also.
Yes. He said right now, if you're not getting involved right now, to have them for Christmas will be very touch and go.
And it's May 27th.
That's how hard it is. That's how they're flying off the shelves, and they only have so many crews. So all of a sudden, people are gonna be. It's gonna get to like November. It's gonna be like Thanksgiving. Hey, we ate those. Let's get those Halo lights up for Christmas. No go. Get them now.
They're going up so fast that manpower is an issue.
Manpower's an issue. Yes.
People
Manpower.
want them.
Yeah.
Why would they not? HaloCustomLighting.com.
Custom.
If you have them yourself, you understand. They're
Yes.
wonderful.
You guys both were on red light and blue setting yesterday?
It'd
Yes.
be disrespectful to not have the red, white, and blue lights going. Frankly, it
That
would.
sounds like you were shocked by that.
No. Would it really be disrespectful? I suppose.
It would.
Yeah.
It would. It would.
Yeah,
Jake
it
can
would.
be very
I spray
hard.
tanned.
Spray tanned once. I won't do it again. Keep it at one. All right, it is time for Mozzarella Tuesday.
we loved
We
it.
didn't have Mozzarella Monday because we were off yesterday. So if you want to give us your best of the weekend, life, sports, etc., please text us 402-464-5685. On the line is $25 to Valentino's. So if
Val's.
you tell us the best of the weekend and it is the best that we choose, you get $25 to Val's.
Had some Val's thin crust the other day. It was really good. Really good.
I'm
Thin
really
crust.
into thin crust lately. Really into that.
Well,
good for
Val's.
summertime.
Hey, Bill, you'd like Val's thin crust. It was good.
Uh,
Canadian bacon, I think, sausage and
sausage?
pepperoni.
Sausage or sausage?
Sausage.
You said sausage before.
Canadian bacon. You don't see that much.
No.
That was kind of a staple on our Tony's Pizza and Tombstone. There's a lot of Canadian
100.
bacon. Now it's not as much.
I
Now
think
it's
it was
more.
on there.
It's more the 3 or 4 meat type of thing. But the Canadian bacon was big, which is really just ham.
Had that thin crust at Val's. I've had it a few times, and it's good.
Mm.
It's legit. It's good.
I'll have to try that out.
Try it out, Jake.
Valentino's. Okay. First off,
Mozzarella.
Tuesday. Mozzarella Tuesday. Brian starts us off. He says, Mozzarella Tuesday. I got to see some old college buddies from our UNK track team from 15 years ago.
Oh.
We played golf at Wild Horse in Gothenburg yesterday in the rain. It was cold, but it was worth it.
Is that Rico?
It's Brian.
Oh, okay, Brian.
Brian, track buddies from UNK.
That had to be fun.
They played golf. It was cold.
Iron Horse.
And it was rainy, but they still played golf.
At Iron Horse.
No, Wild Horse.
Wild
in Gothenburg.
Wild Horse.
Gothenburg. That's Brian, okay?
Okay,
Iron Horse, that's the casino, right?
No, that's
That's
Horrible.
Iron Horse is a golf course in Ashland.
Okay, so I was somewhat right then. Okay.
Just driving around looking at crops.
It's called crop art.
Crop art with no sound.
So they didn't play golf at the casino. Okay, we got that down.
They did not.
If you'd have done that, you'd have won.
You're just driving around.
Next up, Bird in Columbus says, our daughter mowed the lawn for the first time. I just supervised and drank beers. It was great. Best of the
First
weekend.
mowing.
Okay, that's
And he
pretty
just
good.
drank beer and supervised. That's pretty good for Bird.
That's one to consider for
It
sure.
stands out there. Yes, thank you, Bird.
John in Southeast Lincoln says, last week I helped a senior lost dog find his way back to his humans. He was just walking around my yard. I checked his tags, called the number. Turns out someone had left his gate open. He wandered out. He didn't live too far from my house. Happy dog and happy owners. That's from John.
That's the leader.
That might be the leader in the clubhouse because we all know what me and Steve know what that's like. I did the one where there was sugar was out back and they were doing some yard work. It wasn't anyone's fault. Gate got left open. I come out, there's no sugar. And I'm like, what goes through your mind is like, oh man, like that. And then she came, I started yelling like that, and she, came back around. But thank you.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Jake, it's horrifying.
Scooter from Roca says,
Scooter,
best thing about the weekend. I lived through it. That's what he says.
Okay, Scooter.
Okay, Scooter.
It's kind of
You
dark.
don't see that on top right now, but solid one.
Thank you, Scooter.
Scooter, good job.
Getting closer to a fireworks season for Scooter. All right. Unnamed
That's
texter.
Scooter, the fireworks
Yes,
guy?
Scooter, yes.
He didn't like Jake's song today.
No, he did. Did not like my song.
Thank
Give it
you,
a
Scooter.
That was
1.5.
Joe Diffie.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it was.
What was
Prop me
he
up
thought-
beside the jukebox if I die.
He thought Diffie was iffy.
Next up,
Sad
unnamed texter says, Mozzarella Tuesday. I got to celebrate my grandma. Is it Eunice? Eunice. Eunice.
Eunice.
Probably Eunice.
Eunice. Her 95th birthday. It was great to see everyone there to share it with her. 95 years old for Grandma Eunice.
Okay, that.
Okay.
Hey.
Next
What
up,
was that one? Who was that one?
that was the unnamed texter.
Okay.
You like your
95%.
name.
I like that.
We got Derek in a car. They're flowing in right now. Derek in a car. Adams VFW Post 11042 provided color guard at 3 local cemetery events in Northeast Gage County. It was awesome to support our local community, and I'm proud to be a member of this fine VFW Post.
Good job, Derek.
Derek in a car.
That's what city again?
Adams.
They did 3 different ones.
God dang.
He did.
Hey, that's a big job on Memorial Day.
Okay, we have East Lincoln West chimes in.
Okay.
He says, help my buddy's nephew catch his first, second, and third fish. Big old crappie. They look on the kid's face when they reel in their first fish
Ooh, that is
priceless.
You went with crappie.
The crappie. It's a crappie.
Crappie.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Oh,
Crappie.
that's
That's a horrible.
Did you really think that was a crappie?
This is spelled it
Want to go
A.
crappie fishing?
Spelled it A. I didn't think about it. It's crappie. That's bad.
Went with crappie.
Jake.
I'm sorry. That's a true embarrassing moment there.
okay.
Crappie. Yes. But
East Lincoln
okay.
West is weighed in.
Okay, we got some more.
Where'd you catch those?
all
At?
right,
Text me on that East Lincoln West. I'd like to
don't
be part
know
of
if you
that.
Said where.
Let's
Yeah.
we got this is 8. This
We
will
have
be
8 already. We got
1, 2,
12. We got
4,
7
5.
more coming here.
Well, let's stop it at 10.
Let's see. C. Munden says, yesterday was my boy's baseball game, and he scored all 5 runs of the team.
Nice.
He was getting paddled on the back by his teammates. I was getting patted on the back by the parents.
All
He
right.
says paddled. It was definitely patted. That was his writing this wrong.
Hey, that's good. That was on Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay,
Yep.
good
All
job.
right.
Good job.
And are we talking there? Are we stopping there then?
That's 8. Let's keep 2 more.
Okay, one more. This is from
Two
Brian.
One more.
Okay, I'll get 2 more. Brian
Yeah.
says, best part of the weekend was eating Führer's cheese spread. Love that stuff. D, where have you been? Come on down, D. We'd love to see you
Yeah.
again.
This is Brian was eating
Brian
Fuhrer's
eating
cheese
Fuhrer's
spread?
cheese
By
spread.
the spoonful.
Just not enjoying the long weekend with Fuhrer's.
And last one. Okay, we'll get to 10 here. This is from Zach. Says, Mozzarella Tuesday took my 5-year-old to his first ever baseball game to watch the Huskers upset Oregon on Saturday morning.
Nice.
That's Zach. So you got 10. You have 10 options there.
So I have it.
Where's
let
leading
me
the
ask you,
clubhouse?
do you think on this situation, Jake, I don't want this to be a habit. Can we call Valentino's and somehow come up with 2? I have a hard tie on this one.
Well, I'm sure Anthony would listen to that.
Well, let me see if
listen.
I can-
I don't want to get into this every
Yeah,
week.
it's
Where all
not-
of a
yeah,
sudden
not- yeah.
it can't be that. But I just think that the color guard and the lost dog.
I think
I think those are just so.
That was my 1-2 also.
We can't turn on. I mean, not turn down that the color guard in 3 different sites is incredible, and the lost senior dog.
Yep.
Because that a lot of people just go, not my problem. Well, he made it his problem. The dog got home.
Yeah.
I think you have to go with those 2.
I think we have.
So that's Derek in a car, and then who? That was John in Southeast Lincoln, right?
Yes. Yes. It was John Southeast Lincoln helped return the dog to the human owners. And Derek, he was part of the VWS post.
VFW.
Yeah, VFW. Is that what I say?
VWS.
The VW.
VFW.
Yeah. Color guard. We're in agreement. What do you do though? Can you give them both?
We will do this week.
We're gonna reach. We're gonna do 2.
Yeah, we'll do 2.
Probably because of the weekend, a lot going on. So best thing in the weekend, it was a 3-day weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do 2 this
Lot.
time. We're just. I don't want people to start thinking we're gonna get 2 or 3.
No.
Every
don't wanna do
time.
that.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not speaking for Valentino's, but I think we nailed 2 right there and feel really good about it.
So congrats to Derek in a car and John in Southeast Lincoln. They're getting $25 to Valentino's for Mozzarella Tuesday. They come down here. I have the gift cards here at the station. Come on down. We'll have it up front for you on the desk. Ellie will give it to you.
This is where Ellie comes in, right?
Because she will meet you now. We now have a greeter.
We do.
Her job's not to be a greeter.
She's
but
promotions, but she's going to sit there at the front desk.
Yeah, she's up front. She's there for promotions, and she's ready to go.
Hold on. As far as being the promotions director, like greet people.
What's that?
Yes.
I would think that would be
yes.
part of it.
Anytime you walk into a place, it's nice
She's
to have
the first
someone.
face you see.
Now the difference is some place that you're just this is all I do. I just steer people to the right direction. Ellie's got a lot more on her plate. She's steering people, but she's also got a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. And I can see her being a mentor also to the other producers.
For sure.
She should be.
100.
There's a lot going on. We're downtown for people that don't know. We're downtown Lincoln.
11th and 0.
Yeah, I mean, we're very visible.
The rain has stopped. The mill is opened. I texted with Luke this weekend.
God, you text a lot of people.
Yes.
You do. You're active.
He knows a lot of people.
You're active.
He is active.
We text like 2 times to each other, all of us. There was like no thread at all.
It was quiet.
It's completely quiet. All of a sudden, make a caption.
yeah. Of this
Write a
soccer
caption.
ball in the goal.
And you did it.
We
and
did.
You did well.
Thank you.
Thank
Spillover is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nipco on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats like Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Call or text us at 402-464-5685 with questions, or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Registration goes through May 30th.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2. Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love, great spot for lunch today. Raising Cane's, a couple blocks away from us at 14th and P.
Right down the street.
Do we mess up anything today?
Probably. I said crappie instead of crappy. That was pretty bad.
No, you said crappie instead of crappie.
Yes, you said it.
Oh, okay. Well, I messed up.
Messed up again.
There's another mess up.
Through me.
Crappie.
Crappie.
Got 3 crappies.
When I said it, it didn't sound right. I said something's wrong here. I'm glad you guys.
It kind of caught me. I thought I heard
that.
Well, thank God for Steve.
Sip likes to catch us here when we make mistakes.
There's some level of
you
embarrassment.
said sausage instead of sausage.
Yeah, there's some level of embarrassment that we don't know the last time Nebraska made a super regional. Now we don't have to worry about it because they haven't done it yet, and they may not do it, but we should know that at some point. We don't. It's hard to figure out.
No, you can find that pretty easy. As Parker Gabriel said, that's public information, right?
Parker Gabriel used to say that all the time. I'd yell from my office, Parker, what is something? And he'd say, public information. So that meant Google it.
They have not, Nebraska baseball, a quick research there, has not made a super regional since 2005. I said 08, it's been 05.
Okay.
Regional champions 4 times, 2000, 01, 02, and 05.
05, which was Alex and Jabba and Dunsing.
Made the World Series that year.
Give me a few more names. Alex, Jabba, Dunsing, that kid from Grand Island.
Johnny Dorn.
Johnny Dorn.
That was after Shane Comine. He was gone in 01, 02. The first appearance for Nebraska.
Alex was the player of the year.
That had Matt Hopper back then. Was he still there?
I went to one of those.
Jed Morris.
Definitely had Hopper.
I went to one of those games. It was incredible. It was in Rosenblatt.
Oh, you went to one of them.
It was incredible.
I covered that team, and it was fun. It was fun. We just covered them like they were the LA Dodgers. It was unbelievable. Who was a pitcher from Grand Island?
I just said that. Johnny Dorn.
No, there's another one.
I don't remember then.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one I have. He was excellent. Johnny Dorn was fantastic.
But it keeps things alive. There's still a sport going at Nebraska,
and they got it. Yeah, they're hot. They're hot right now. And now, would I pick them to beat North Carolina in Chapel Hill? No, but I'd watch them.
The odds are so the big thing about being the 1 through 8 seed is if you win, then you get the automatic super regional.
Right.
So if you're a 1 through 8 automatic super regional.
Thank you, Peter Gammon.
Thank you. Yes. It's a big deal.
Right, you got it.
Yeah. So just that.
Going with your thought.
But the odds are that 1 through 8 doesn't win.
Not all of them.
No, so it won't be chalk. I mean, someone's not gonna come out of this thing.
100.
And so who is it gonna be? Where's it gonna be? Where's the letdown gonna be? What's gonna happen? You saw them all over the place in softball. It's happened.
100.
A couple years ago, remember we were at the World Series and Stony Brook was in the CWS. They had beaten LSU in the Super Regional. And they went Stony Brook was a CWS team.
Yeah.
The Seawolves.
Nebraska.
So things can happen.
You don't want Nebraska right now. Oklahoma. Come on. Would you be surprised if they beat Oklahoma?
No.
Not really.
You said Oklahoma's kind of scuffling.
Oklahoma's
right
not on a heater.
Oklahoma lost 6 of its last 7 regular season games, then went into the SEC tournament and went 2-1. Lost. It's not full.
Empty.
Lost to Vandy. Beat Georgia and Kentucky. Lost to Vandy. But yeah, they lost 6 of their last 7 regular season games. They finished sub 500 in the SEC. They're not great. They'll be good, of course, but not great. And you heard today on another station that they were a bubble team.
They're a bubble team. There was nervousness going into Oklahoma, whether they're going to make it or not. So yeah, it'll be fun to get Hulu and chase this thing down.
You missed that.
There's a lot of things going on Hulu.
ESPN Plus. There's not 2 or you or it is Plus. So if you have a Hulu, I guess, and have the bundle,
you have to be
with Disney Plus. You can watch this game on TV. Otherwise, go seek out a bar to watch it.
4 p.m. on Friday.
Yes,
I have YouTube TV. It may chime in on that.
I don't think you have it.
I don't think I have it.
The quad box won't help you.
I'm going to the radio.
Might have to track it like Jake tracks things.
I track the Royals on my phone. I hardly ever watch them. I track them every game.
You track them.
Yep. They lost yesterday, 7-4. Bad. Speaking of games still going on, the conference finals, NBA.
Yes.
It is 3-1. OKC beats Minnesota 128-126 last night. The Pacers were about to go up 3-0, but they blew a big lead.
Up 20, that's
the
right.
New York 2-1 Pacers lead that series, but it was nearly 3-0.
Cat scored 20 in the 4th.
Just think about this. How furious you are. First of all, Indiana going like, okay, could have went up 3-0, ended this thing. Or
ended it.
If you're New York, also they gave up 20 points in 2.5 minutes in game 1 that they had basically won.
They blew
that. I mean, right now they could be leading. So there's a lot of frustration on both sides. Right now, Indiana's like, I can't believe we let it go to get now back to this. And New York is like, this is insane that we're not leading this series right now. This is, I mean, if this thing goes to a game 7 or game and you lose, and you're like, when we were up that much in game 1 at home, and they scored 20 points, 20. That's, I mean, remarkable.
And it's kind of the same the other night when Indiana went up 20 on Sunday night. You were like, game over and series over because no team has come back from a 3-0 deficit. in the NBA playoffs. None. It's never happened. I thought the series was going to be over. No. Karl Anthony Towns with Brunson on the bench for all but a couple minutes of the fourth quarter.
Was it foul trouble again or just on the bench?
Foul trouble. He had 5 fouls. He wasn't playing particularly well. But Karl Anthony Towns scores 20 of his 24 in the fourth quarter.
Just remember in the game that they did lose, New York made their big run when Brunson was on the bench. It was like a 2-point game, and then all of a sudden it went to like
which was weird.
It went crazy when he was on the bench.
The narrative with Brunson's getting kind of interesting. In this series, you're hearing Brunson's a bit of a liability, maybe matchups for that. I don't know exactly.
The man
why.
was an MVP candidate. I push heavily
staunch.
on that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to be a little. I'm kind of on Jake's on that one. It's like I don't think you want to be I don't think you want to be sitting him down. I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Game 4 tonight. Knicks Pacers 7:00 TNT in Indiana.
TNT, the way it's supposed to be. TNT.
Yes.
That's it for us.
How much TNT basketball have we watched in our lives?
Tons.
Thousands of games on TNT.
Yes. Better times. You still have better times right now.
Better times.
The Drive is next. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket and the Ticket